million trillion devils.
You can't do math cause I'm on a different level.
Well, I have more cats than you humans can afford.
Cause you sell yourself with fake bar pads, you whore.
Well, at least I'm not obsessed with a bitch that uses you.
At least I know what love is.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Wait, what is love?
Even if we are different breeds, there's nothing better than a killing spree. When it's us, we make a better team.
We just get what we want,
And we just get what we need.
So many humans feel the greed, but we all just want to be free. Through it all, what does it mean to quit? Together, there's no one we can outwit.
Mortal human, I bet I could sing this part better.
Bet.
Bet.
Oh, I said rhythm. I said power. I said rhythm.
Power
I said rhythm.
I said power.
Okay, too much. Too much.
That means I win.
Even if we are different breeds, there's nothing better than a killing spree. When it's us, we make a better team.
We just get what we want.
And we just get what we need.
So many humans feel the greed, but we all just want to be free. Through it all, what does it mean to quit? Together, there's no one we can outwit.
I'm bored. You're just a little boy. Have you went through puberty?
God, why do you even care? Are you just obsessed with
Well,
me?
at least I can sing lower than you.
No,
Yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes,
no.
yes.
Well, you sound like a dude. Does it make you prouder?
I bet I can sing so much higher and louder.
No,
Yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes,
Well, you're a girl.
Even if we are different breeds, there's nothing better than a killing spree. When it's us, we make a better team.
We just get what we want.
And we just get what we need.
So many humans feel the greed, but we all just want to be free. Screw it all, what does it mean to quit? Together, there's no one we can outwit.
You're so stupid.
No, I can't be stupid if I won the Nobel Peace Prize.
You didn't even win it yet.
Did so.
Did not.
Did so.
Did not.
Did so.
Did not.
Did so.
Shut up.
Jim says, pack it up, pack it in, let me begin.
Adventure time for some fun. There is so much to see, come along with me, cause I'd hate to have to leave you behind. Diving deep into the waters, racing through fire. It may seem a little scary, but we'll be fine. Every day is a mystery, every second brings a surprise. So let's explore and start making memories. Throw a ball, don't stop till we catch 'em all.
me wrong, I love you. But does that mean I have to name your father? When we are older, you'll understand what I meant when I say no. I don't think life is quite that simple. You walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. Simple and clean,
seriously, why didn't I sound as cool as those guys?
We try and have them a little bit apart, but they manage to sort of bum shuffle back together.
All right, yeah, Christmas with Triggered. Well, Christmas Eve, really, but what are you gonna do? DA's finishing up.
Vehemently against it. Vehemently.
How Triggered stole Christmas. Get ready. Y'all don't have anything better to do on Christmas Eve. I need another membership. Corey, just pay the $1.
What a broke boy.
Triggered time finally. Female emotions. If Triggered trashes on power, I'm gonna throw hands. I remember watching this vid but didn't bother finishing it, so thankfully you guys are revisiting it. Get ready to hear Triggered. Get ready to hear Triggered say that CSF.
Spoilers.
Yep. I'll be at work, but I'm gonna try to listen to it. Hopefully it won't be too busy here. Really like the new Chainsaw Man emotes, by the way.
I just literally threw them together.
Hey Alexa, early Christmas present. Disney Channel add music.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, I never said anything with you.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
You alright?
Okay. Didn't Jam broke AF? I hardly come to live streams, alright? Why is Gavin Lightning? Is he stupid? Neither do I. Get your money up. But I like spending it on stupid.
One Piece Forever says, can you rewrite Hero of Z? I kid.
That'd be easy. Well, not really, because we don't know.
Michael.
It would have to start from the beginning of why is Naruto world in DBZ world? We'd have to establish that because they just clearly had no interest in establishing that.
Not happy to be here. Happy whatever you celebrate, everyone.
That's the way to do it.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here. Facts. If someone knows how to make remixes, please make a Triggered remix. Time to get triggered to wink. Broke, stay broke. The time is here. Triggered time. Hello, Triggered. Hello, A-list exists. I'm prepping for the Eve, but it's an easy listen, thankfully. What up, bums? Part 6 is, I don't know if that's so good or, so good, dude. David did such a good job. Oh, yeah, no, part 6, great.
Fantastic.
Welcome to the Triggered Stupid Power Hour.
30 minutes in and out.
We about to get themed again. Is Alexa BG's new fake girlfriend? No, I have no girlfriend right now, fake or real. And I've always had real ones.
In Canada.
She lived in Canada. What do you want me to do? What's up, Gabo, Jam, Varenci. Jay is gay. Hope, Ivana, C, Jam, Jay, Carlo, Gavin, Blaze, Jay, Dutch, Triton, Meme, Neo, Anime Freak. Det, Love One Piece Forever. I already said Triton. Magician of D. Cameron. Devil Elf. Green Dragon. I believe that is everybody. Oh, One Smart. Here you go. Came in at the very end. So the title says what we're doing. It's triggered stuff. Trigger stuff is always trigger stuff. What do you want?
It is always trigger stuff. Never anything but.
Yep. Never will be anything but. We are talking about RANT. Chainsaw Man sucks. Pipe. Chainsaw Man is overrated. And of course he has to do the whole algorithm thing of people. The people that want views. It's so. I don't get it.
It is what it is.
I don't
let them have it.
But it's hard to let him have it when he said that A, he doesn't even like anime. B, he doesn't even like talking about anime. And C, he doesn't even really like doing this. But he does it for the money.
It's just whatever is convenient at the time. We've established this about our boy Triggs.
Yep. Alright. Description, boys. In this video, I give my reasons as to why I believe Chainsaw Man sucks and why I think the manga is overrated.
Triton A. Morris says, didn't Triggered say he doesn't care about views?
He said a lot of things. Whatever helps in the moment.
Whatever is convenient.
DA, what did you think of Chainsaw Man?
I finished it. What's today?
Tuesday, the 24th.
I finished this Sunday. It's hard to put my thoughts into words. I like it. With 40 more chapters, I would have loved it. With 20 to 25 more chapters, I would have really liked it. It is just go. Yes. And that is not me.
And I realized that quite recently, because again, I also read it. I just finished it up today. And it's like, I really wish, like the whole, this is spoilers of course, like the whole Makima fight at the very end. It's essentially from the time they meet up to the time it's finished, 3 chapters. And I'm like, this is just not enough for me. And that's just one like small microcosm of the issue as a whole, where things will start and then be done with like 8 to 9 chapters later. And I would have really liked more time with that stuff. And we know there's a part 2. It's just that within part 1, we're saying we would have liked these things.
Yeah. That's I can only judge on part 1. But it's just it's when I really realized it, because I even back when I would only watch like 4 or 5 episodes, I put in the Discord like I'm gonna read whatever I put in the Discord, but I really realized it.
Gay, aka Beak Sleeper, says, overrated my ass.
If people are rating it a 10, I assume you would think it's overrated, but I feel like for the most part people see Chainsaw Man as an 8.59, and I think that's fair.
But right after the darkness fight, the Denji and Power, where Power was just so afraid, I was just like, this is such a good chapter.
Oh yeah, when she's just like, he's gonna be behind me, and that was great
for several reasons. Because Denji, he has a chance to go on a one-on-one trip with Makima. He says no because Power is afraid.
Yep.
That speaks so heavily to their relationship.
And he doesn't even understand why he didn't go. Maybe even to this day.
He wants to. He chose not to. He could have easily just said yes, but he didn't. And that's so good. And then it speaks to Power character because the only person that can comfort her is Denji.
Yep.
And I love that.
He said it outright. She needs me around. Like
that's so good.
And she just keeps going to him. Hey, I need someone to take a bath with me. And they're in the bath. He's just like, this doesn't even feel like anything.
Then it speaks to that as well, because it's so much about the sexuality of things. If I just want to touch boobs, oh no, that's not it. I want human relationships and physical intimacies with somebody I care about. And it's like, well, I'm really close with power, like Makima said, but it feels like nothing. So what's going on here? And it's more of that. And I'm like, this is fantastic. And then I hated it. Because the
it was
only
so quick.
the only purpose that chapter happened was so that Denji could have Power's blood so it could be used later. That's the only purpose for that was there. Because the very next chapter is just like, well, Power's getting over it. And then the chapter after that was like, Power is completely over it.
But I feel like that's part of the issue of it going so quickly.
Absolutely.
Because it would have a more...
But the only purpose was to get her blood in Denji so it could work later. And that's so much of Chainsaw Man of the only purpose for a lot of these things is to do this, and then you shove off. It's crazy.
You feel like it kind of devalues whatever happened in the moment because the only purpose of it was to do this thing.
Yes. It could have just been a very good character moment that speaks to both of their characters. What does Denji want? How would Power... And then that goes back into the how would I feel if Power died? If Aki died? Would I cry? Would I cry when Makima died? It's a lot of things there. And if it would have just been that, I was like, that's just like a top 10 chapter of any manga for me. But it was ruined when I realized the only purpose was to get her blood in him.
Not necessarily the only purpose, but that's the thing you take away from it was the get the blood thing.
And it is just so much of just go. And I've listed them, and I'm gonna rattle them off very quickly.
Do you want to save them for a one day because reasons?
I'd rather get them out right now. I'll get them out right now. They're just training. They just get better. They just train. And we don't really see how they get better because Power has one fight with a bunch of zombies, and of zombies we don't know how good they are, and they don't really factor into anything because they don't bite anybody. It's just nothing. Himeno gets introduced, killed, and avenged in 5 episodes. It's just double that stuff like that. It's just. I won't rattle them because we got triggers to go to. I'll probably just get them out in the end. But it's just, that's my biggest thing of just, it is just too fast for my sensibilities.
Even stuff like, I don't know if her name is Reese or Reese or whatever. But even stuff like her where he recognizes there is another woman that I do like. It really amounts to roughly nothing after a chapter and a half or two. He's not like, in the future, hey, maybe I can look at other women like this. And then even coming to grips with the Power thing where it's just like, what's going on? Because I can like other women, but I don't like Power. He doesn't recognize blah, 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 blah. It's too efficient, honestly.
It's 100% efficient. And another thing, 2 things really quick. We do not get any feelings from Power about Aki's death. Not a single line. Nothing. And we could have spent...
And she was definitely worried about it because she said, how could this be the good undemon? It smells like him. And she was definitely felt something towards
as soon as that happened, we got the money. We got a new place. He goes out to get some food. Makima dead. It's like...
I will say, I love the chapter at the end after Power is killed where she's with the dog on one half of the page and he's laying on the couch. I love the imagery there.
Shut my tablet, pushed it away.
Oh, after Power died.
Oh, I was just like, well, is Chainsaw Man done for me?
That's what happened.
Push the rest. It just like summary. Give me a summary. I'm not reading this book.
That's what happened the first time it happened because I was like, I just don't want to read this anymore. Power is dead.
And I'm very surprised. I didn't catch too many spoilers. I caught the big final fight where it's chainsaw and bomb and sword and all the flying and fighting. I'm just like, I don't know what this is. But I didn't know Aki died. I didn't know Power died. I didn't know any of that bullshit. So I'm very surprised about that. The last thing, super last thing. And it's just
Power's the greatest.
Obviously. Easy.
When he's in the shop with the flowers, I had forgotten this. And somebody opens the door and he turns around.
Power! And I wrote that down. Literally wrote that down of Power, those flowers are mine. Because in that, it's just like, what the are those flowers? Hey, I want those. Those are mine. And you start eating them. It's just like, why are you eating my flowers? It's like you've already established that they're your flowers. You didn't want them. Now you do want them. It is one page and it's great. But the last thing is, because there's a whole big list of super fasting, and I'll get to them, whatever. The Angel Devil and Kishibe, they were established as the strongest and the second strongest. Angel Devil has 1 fight. Kishibe has 0 fights. We don't know his devils. He has 3 of them. They scan him and they just go, okay, he's got 3 devils, but he doesn't have a lot to trade off. It's just like, what's all this about? We don't know. We don't see it.
It largely means nothing.
Maybe it's in part 2, but it's just like, give me some more, because you train this dude and he does not do anything. Angel just does not do anything, and that just feels more like Angel is built up as the second strongest, so that Makima could just get the power and just use it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Chainsaw Man. I like it. Brief thoughts. I like it. It's one
with
of those,
a little more, it would have been a love.
It's Attack on Titans where I said Titans. Shut up. Where there's very few things that I can point to that's functionally wrong and just go, that doesn't make sense. This character wouldn't do this. What does this mean? Blah blah blah. It's just that there's just not enough time, because as soon as Himeno died, I just went, I feel like I really would have liked her.
Oh yeah.
But
one of my favorite scenes is the puke scene. Like, I love that scene.
There just was not time. And that's where I'm sitting.
It's quickly, you recognize what she wants out of life. You recognize how she's hurt by whatever's going on with Aki. And then she's dead.
And then her sister rocks up, doesn't even have a design, drops some letters, and it's just like, here is your motivation. And she bounces for the rest of the series.
As far as we know.
Cole Beanie is, if power was not there, she would be top of the charts to the moon. Because I just the image of her just sitting there dancing, crying is stuck in my mind so hard. It's her tripping in with the foot. It's like, you can't have tripped 2 times. This is a prank. I love
one of my
her
favorites is
so much.
Why did you stick around? We're really close to bonuses.
I love her. But that's it.
Let's see what Triggered thinks.
Pause. I am predicting Denji is a simp.
Yeah, oh yeah. But that's not even really the thing. He's just a simplistic, like, man-child. He doesn't understand, like, love, sex, and attraction. He just knows he wants these things, and eventually he comes to grips with it. But for the most part, he's just a dude.
Other than that, I don't know too much about what it could be.
Makima twist? Maybe there's a negative there?
Grooming. Could be grooming.
Sure.
Because he's a lot against weirdo stuff. So... The finger sucking scene, and
that's great though.
Lightning says, simplistic BG. I heard the word simp.
Well, let's see.
Chainsaw Man is one of the more overhyped series to come out of Shonen Jump, and to be honest, I didn't even know about the series until an anime was announced for it.
That's a lot of manga. There's so many different manga out there. It's not a condemnation on Chainsaw Man that you didn't hear about it before the manga came.
Plus, it's one of the more overhyped, but you didn't hear about it.
I kind of blew it off as a whatever anime, but of course what comes with a new series come with more ignorant ass fans. Chainsaw Man fans were hyping up the series like it was the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, people have different opinions. Some people think it's a 10. That's fine. It's
go
totally
to
fine.
MyAnimeLists and go to any anime and go look at the 10-star reviews.
And look at the one-star reviews.
They're going to do the exact same thing. This is nothing different.
Mainly saying how much better it was compared to Jujutsu Kaisen.
They are that number one that had 94 votes.
Of Jesus Christ.
Okay. There's nobody here talking about Jujutsu Kaisen.
Chainsaw Man.
No Jujutsu Kaisen. No Jujutsu Kaisen.
Fans were hyping compared to.
I appreciate him
Which
showing
manga
examples,
is better? Yeah, okay.
but this is 94 votes.
And 63% said Chainsaw Man, and 36% said Jujutsu Kaisen.
I'm sorry, Triggered, but if you look on in Twitter, you can find somebody going, Dragon Ball Z is better than Advent Children. People will just compare things, especially considering these are two shonen running contemporarily against each other. People are gonna have those thoughts. It means nothing that people think that one thing is better than the other.
But here's the thing: Jujutsu Kaisen has had a few bright spots, but mostly disappointed me. Chainsaw Man had a few disappointments, but mostly good. Of course, both could improve, but in a way, only Jujutsu Kaisen got worse. But if Chainsaw Man turns bad at part 2, then I could just ignore it since it already had an effective ending. So overall, things just felt fairly that's a reasonable take on the two. It's not even like, hey, they're both, one's trash. It's just, I like this one more than the other one. What's the issue? And Jujutsu Kaisen is mediocrity incarnate. Triggered, you just had a video that said Jujutsu Kaisen is the most mediocre anime of all time or something like that.
The released Golden Heart says, not gonna lie, strong change of me leaving early.
Hey, you stop, don't be here.
This is Triggs. This is Christmas Eve. It is a day that we don't normally stream. You're good.
Peak mediocrity, like you said this. So that one person agrees with you and one person had a measured take on the thing. No one abandons tricks.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Even though Jujutsu Kaisen came out first, and most of Chainsaw Man is pretty much a fucking ripoff of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, look at those. This is just fan art. Just two of the strongest people. Okay, let's hear these ripoff comparisons.
Their motivations and the things they want aren't even the same.
Oh man, a strong teacher got him. Couldn't even find somebody in Salmon Row, dude.
That's neither here or there. And even after reading this manga, I still don't understand how Chainsaw Man is better than Jujutsu Kaisen when Jujutsu Kaisen is a more fleshed out version of Chainsaw Man. But being a kid,
you are looking too far into the comparison thing.
But he just said that's neither here nor there. But then going directly
into it.
Is he gonna just be able to?
Oh my goodness! What are you doing?
Oh, what are you doing? Oh, this is gonna take forever.
Cut it off!
It's too late.
No Terra says, why do you humor this guy with such obvious bait slap?
Hey, the fans voted for it.
Why would you do this?
Thank you for gifting the community 20 subs.
It's gonna crash.
I've never heard of Naja. Who are you? Well, congrats on Jared L.C. Congrats. Proceed. What? He was here like twice.
Mama, Corey got one.
At the very end, he got the last one. Ain't no way he got the very last one.
That's some trash.
Unbelievable. Oh, that's why. Duh. I don't have the alert up top. Yep.
Just blame Hope for this. Did we say thank you?
Yeah, I said thanks for gifting into the community.
Could you time out Hope?
Yep, you got it.
Don't give us money. What are you doing? This is to discourage you. This is for your own good. Don't be like him or her or them.
Thanks again.
Piece of shit. How dare you?
It's still going. Yeah, you have to allow the ability to get gifts. Peanut got one. Corey got one. This is the worst timeline. Corey W, what are we talking about?
Are we good? Are we safe? Oh.
Cool.
Okay.
Fucker than I am, I went and read those measly.
I'm sorry, what?
Of Chainsaw Man, but
No! Thank you, Hyde, for gifting 5 memberships.
Enjoy your time out.
No!
What are we doing? There's not that many people here.
Keep talking. Thank you for your 20 gifted subs. Enjoy your time.
I just wanted to talk about Chainsaw Man. What is this?
What the?
This is insane. So many of these viewer request month videos have just been derailed. But I can add a bunch of new emotes. I'm happy about that. Because some of them I had to trim off.
Yeah.
Did it crash?
Yeah, it might have crashed.
All right.
Being the curious motherfucker that I am, I went and read those measly ass 97 chapters and I came out pretty disappointed. And I can't even be mad because I knew when going in that whenever a series is hyped up to oblivion, it's usually either trash or extremely
MF Curry
underwhelming.
says,
You
Merry
said
Christmas Eve bums.
Merry Christmas to you. You said Don to Don was good. So no.
Yep. Then he turned on it, so.
No, because his new video says it's good. It's just overrated.
Now, I don't even know where to start with Chainsaw Man. I guess I'll start by saying that if you're one of those people that like a fast-paced story with lots of fights, then Chainsaw Man is the series for you. But
yep, absolutely. No argument there.
Dang, that didn't get anything? That's crazy.
One of those people that values a well-paced story with depth and consistency with the fleshed out cast of characters, then Chainsaw Man is not going to be the series for you because Chainsaw Man lacks in all those departments.
I disagree.
It does have it. It's just it could have been improved.
Yeah,
based on because we know Aki's motivation, we know Power's motivation, we know
Himeno's, we know Denji's.
Yeah, that's just completely false.
Denji's even changes like Power and Denji's relationship alone. You can look at the depth. Thank you, Jerome.
I got so nervous
for the memberships. Enjoy your time.
No, that's just a re-up.
Okay. Thank you for re-upping. Oh my god.
If I had to sum up the Chainsaw Man manga in one sentence, I would say it's a Michael Bay film turned into a comic book because it's chaotic shit happening all over the place
Love
in
One
that
Piece
manga.
Forever says, why time hope they're trying to help?
That's why.
Yeah.
And yeah, I get it. That's the whole point of the manga, but that doesn't mean that it makes it good. Creating a chaotic, fast-paced story doesn't
No, but there is substance behind it. Denji is such a simple-minded person that Shark Dude was just like, you got to create a special thing. They get around with their abilities. You have to do that as well. Yeah. And instead of making Chainsaw feet or something, he ropes up the shark. And that speaks to his character. And it also speaks to the awesome thing. But it is a character moment. He would do something like that. Aki would not do something like that. Makima would not do something like that. Power might do something like that. She probably wouldn't even ask for help. But that speaks to his character. And I can understand why that happened.
The Arthur to fully flesh out his
there it is. That's why.
Yes, that is why Arthur
creating
is
a
here.
chaotic, fast-paced story doesn't allow the Arthur to fully flesh out his cast of characters.
Yes, it does. You can have a story that takes 15 chapters, and Boy Girl Shonen Shoujo was like 20 something chapters, and we got the flesh out of both the protagonists in it.
Movies do it in an hour and a half.
I don't know what you.
As well as the world and the story. And most importantly, it can make readers fatigue when they're constantly reading action scene after action scene with very little downtime because the author is constantly in a rush trying to get to the next action sequence.
I disagree. There's quite a bit of downtime. You got the dinner.
Says, yeah, man, Arthur had a bunch of fleshed out characters. The Binky arc goes crazy.
Arthur hype. DW went through some character arcs.
You had several scenes of them just sitting around in their apartment, several chapters. You got the post-darkness fight, which with Power, where it's like 2 or 3 chapters. You got the dinner scene. You've got the visiting of the graves. There are a lot of downtime moments.
Which sums up about 80% of the reason why I found Chainsaw Man to be pretty disappointing after reading it twice. The rest of my issues with Chainsaw Man stems from Denji and Makima as characters, and to be honest, I should probably put every side character who isn't Power, Angel, Aki, or Rize on the list as well, because in most cases, the side characters are either there to be killed off or move the story along.
Angel was there to be killed off.
Or move the story along.
Why is Angel on the list of good? Angel had like 1 or 2 conversations with Aki, and that was it.
No other purpose.
He ain't read that twice.
That's literally Jujutsu Kaisen.
Angel, Power, Aki, and Rize are easily the best characters in the whole series.
Let's hear it.
Aki taking the #1 spot by a fucking landslide.
Let's hear it.
Aki is the only fleshed out character in the whole series.
That's just a
That's
lie.
just
That's
completely false.
It's either a lie or purposeful misunderstanding of it.
Because we see Denji, like we said in the beginning, it was just boobs, and then it grew from boobs to wanting love. We see him sitting down and just go, what do I want? Quite a lot. We know why Makima is doing the things that she's doing.
He liked Angel Devil because he is a femboy. Nothing wrong with that, though.
Yeah, you get your rocks off how you want. Yeah, I don't quite understand what the issue is.
Yeah, just to say that he's the only developed character it's crazy.
By a fucking landslide. Aki is the only fleshed out character in the whole series. He's well developed from an emotional and ideal perspective. He has a motive that makes sense and drives the story. And also, whenever Aki is getting screen time, I feel like I'm learning more about the world of Chainsaw Man. Angel also has some great moments as a character, and in my opinion, he's the most developed devil in the whole series, thanks to the assistance of Aki. Power is also
he has some great moments, none explained. And he has some he is so fixated on development, meaning that they are a good character.
Fun character with developed moments here and there.
Jesus Christ!
It's clear what Triggered values out of a story.
So I want to know what he think. What's the difference? Because he goes, Aki's the only fleshed out character, but Angel and Power has development. So what's the difference between fleshing something out and development?
How is Himino not developed? We see her past. We see her motivations. It drives in Aki. What's the difference? It's done in like 12 chapters.
Explain yourself, you baby! Explain is back, baby.
Backstory that can be seen as whatever. And Rize is a more tolerable.
Why is the backstory seen as whatever? She was alone. She didn't trust people.
She saw no value in life, including her own, but then Denji changed her.
She's got a cat that she cares about. What? No explanation. Typical Triggs.
But has a lacking backstory that can be seen as whatever. And Rize is a more tolerable version of Denji, as her and Denji have similar backgrounds where they both weren't able to live normal lives because of unfortunate circumstances. Rize also gives a new perspective to Denji's character, pretty much giving Denji the ammunition to develop more as a character. But
then how is Denji?
Oh wait, he said okay.
Story goes on, it's pretty clear that Denji drops the ball on that shit.
No! He's learned that thinking and doing all that stuff made him sad, and he doesn't want to be sad!
And it can lead to horrible mistakes like killing Aki, because he said that there could have been another way, but I was too stupid and worried about the people, so I don't want to think. I want to be told what to do. So if he's told what to do, he can't have that feeling, because it's not, I didn't make this decision. They told me to do this thing, and I just did what they told me to.
How hard is it to grasp what happened in the story?
Yeah, it's not like a reversion of his character or development or anything. He's just going, I'm too stupid to make decisions. I don't want to feel this way.
He's so grief-stricken over what he did, he'd rather take all of that away, because we see throughout the series, when he starts thinking about those sad things, he's just like, whatever, sad things make you sad, let's all be happy, let's get rid of that. This made him sad in a way he can't escape it. He can't just go to sleep or eat. He said food doesn't even taste good anymore. So, hey, take this away from me by taking decisions away from me. It's really easy to grasp his development here and his reasoning.
How sad indeed.
How sad.
Guys, give him credit. He watched the manga.
Oh, he watched it like this. It's on Top Chat.
Oh, yeah, okay. What is happening on this page? You want to become a dog? What do you mean by that? I don't... Oh, what's all this extra shit? Oh, okay, that's a split. Oh, he just got it from a manga place as opposed to, you know.
Yeah, it's just him going, he doesn't want to think anymore and just wants to be her dog. This was after she was just like, you basically killed the gun devil, so you do get your wish.
Yep.
Completely. As in the later chapters, you'll see that Denji still chooses to be controlled by Makima and doesn't realize he's fucked up until the very last minute. But Rize tells Denji that she doesn't think that Denji is really living a normal life.
DA took me $1.50, and he's talking about a time machine being ready. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but thanks for the tip. Okay.
Thank you for the super
Just
chat.
okay after. Just so dismissive.
The chapter where Denji is grieving over Aki is really good. Most of it doesn't have dialogue, but it says so much.
Yeah. Because that's kind of what grief is. You just kind of shut down for, can we get off of this page?
The very last minute. But Rize tells Denji that she doesn't think that Denji is really living a normal life because of the restrictions that the Devil Hunter Association is giving him. Like, Denji is not allowed to do normal people things like go to school and other shit, etc.
But that had nothing to do with Devil because he couldn't go to school beforehand.
I wonder if he's going to talk about how much of this was an act to try to get what she wanted from him.
Or even the complexity of whether it was an act or not, or she really felt this way, considering she went back for him.
That really normal people would do. And overall, she just thinks that Denji is being used as a pawn to benefit the Devil Hunter Association instead of them trying to benefit him or, you know, help him live a normal life. Like, she sees it as a fucked up way to live.
Boy, thank you for telling me exactly what happened on the page.
Essentially, like, because Denji is pretty much looking at the glass halfway full with him just being able to eat udon noodles or
donate to feel how sad
basis. She's like, nah, fuck all that, dude. You're not really living a normal life because these restrictions are keeping you from wanting to do other things like go to school and learn and communicate with other people and etc. etc. But Rize adds this new perspective to Denji's character, which I really don't think Denji followed up well on. But as a villain in the series,
he thinks about it.
Yes, he recognizes what she's saying, and he makes a choice to just be like, yes, I understand all that, but I'm gonna live the way that I want to live. I'm living my best life. Right on the page.
she does a great job in forcing the main character to think about his original goals and how he wants to go about them. Overall, Rize is just the best written villain in this whole series. She has a backstory that's interesting and adds more information to the world of Chainsaw Man. And she also has some great development moments as a character, which leads to her wanting to meet up with Denji again, despite her original mission being to kill Denji and take his heart. She also does some super dope shit in the manga that makes her character really appealing.
So you recognize the fact that awesome things can happen in a manga, which appeals to people, which further enhances their perception of the manga.
Triggered trying to actually analyze the story rather than reiterate, never forget the story verbatim. Challenge impossible.
Take a good look at her character. She's kind of a ripoff of Toka from Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh my god, no way.
Also, if you take a good...
she has a bob.
Different hair colors. Her hair covering one of her eyes. She's not...
she's wearing shorts? Like, what are we doing?
She's not in boobalicious, I guess. Okay.
And who cares? Who cares if she's inspired by another character?
They don't look the same.
Look at her character. She's kind of a ripoff of Toka from Tokyo Ghoul, especially when you start getting into the specifics as far as their affiliations with the coffee shop, them both having demons inside of them.
Hey, how about this is an inspiration?
Or it's just a job that a character can have. I've never read Tokyo Ghoul, so I would not know.
Them both trying to make the main characters come to a realization about some things, them falling in love with the main character, them both looking exactly the fucking same. Like, the similarities are fucking crazy. But
and what does that do? Let's just say you were 100% correct about all of that. What does that mean?
AKA Beaks.
It's not 100% original?
Why does he keep saying development? Can't he say anything else?
No, because that's the only way he knows how to analyze. A character developed, a character changed. So good. You should not have a membership, Corey.
Disgusting.
Even with all that being said, none of these things take away her contributions to the series of Chainsaw Man.
That she might be based off another character from another series.
You bring what is it? What purpose is there in bringing it up? If you're just going, it's good, it's good. There's these things that's bad, but it's still good.
Triggered hasn't even read Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh no!
I wonder if he didn't read it. I wonder if he got that from a Discord or a Reddit or something.
Tokyo Ghoul lady is born a monster, bomb devil, let the devil in. Yeah, what if we start talking about the differences as well? Are we going to talk about 6 similarities, 18 differences? What happens? It's just that whole. It's just like this. I just don't care.
Now, as for Denji's character, bruh.
Fake laugh.
This is the part where I start shitting on the characters. Denji's character in a nutshell is a broke ass horny loser who is only motivated to do stuff in exchange for sexual favors. Like this motherfucker's
what?
In the beginning, but we literally see with the power thing that is not it. He had an opportunity to potentially do sexual things with the person that he wants to by herself on an island on a vacation. He chose not to because his friend or who he perceived to be somebody that he cares about was having problems. That's it.
The equivalent of a nigga with 3 sexual assault cases on his permanent record. And I'm tired of the Chainsaw Man fanboys trying to make him seem more deeper than what he actually is.
He is! Yeah. You're making it seem like the only thing he wants is the punani.
But that's just not it.
In the beginning, his motivations are super duper simple. I want to eat. I will join you. What do I get if I join you? 3 square meals a day. I'm in.
Rocket.
Okay, well, I have reached my end goal.
Now
so what's the next end goal? I'll do whatever. I'll let you touch my breath. I'll kiss you. His goals constantly change because he keeps reaching what he wants and he still needs more or wants something else. And then eventually he goes, I have the opportunity to do exactly what I want, and I will not do that because of my friend.
Literally, Maki was just like, you get any wish, and it could have been banging, but he did not.
He chose to let go of his grief in his mind by taking away his agency. Denji wants to do normal things, normal 16-year-old boy things. This is a disjustice to Denji.
Like, wanting to live a normal life is not a deep concept.
It is for a boy who's eating trash for all his life! What do you...
The entirety of his life.
Unsurprising Triggered is not being objective because he is weird or something.
Oh, good job, robot lady.
Also.
What's the problem?
Yeah. Denji has been eating trash. He doesn't get 3 square meals a day. He thinks a good night is a night he can sleep without getting hurt.
He was just like, hey, we have just enough for some bread.
Perfect. Oh, we did this. We can eat for 3 days.
I'll give you 100 yen if you eat this cigarette. And he does. He goes, you idiot. I didn't actually eat it. He's happy about getting 100 yen.
Which is the equivalent of roughly $1. I think he's too focused on the format and the structure of the story, too conservatively on everything he read. It's not a bad thing per se, but Chainsaw Man is the last manga to do it. Denji is for sure a victim.
Yeah. And it's like you said, it's for a person that has nothing, their wants will be more simplistic.
Denji's confusing sex with intimacy. He starts learning the difference as the story goes on, to the point where he does not want sex. He wants intimacy.
And even when he does get that close physical contact, he's just like, no, this not even this is it.
Especially when you take into account how many anime characters went through the same shit as Denji, if not even worse.
No! Because Naruto had a place to sleep that was nice, and outside of expired milk, had to have had an allowance. He gets ramen all the time. Tanjiro's family was cool. He was selling charcoal.
He's also a ninja who has the ability to gain work and employment in the future.
Subaru He's basically the strongest
he was a
motherfucker
shut-in.
there. He was a shut-in in the house.
And that was it. Tanjiro, his family died. His life was good up until that point.
And after that point, what? He trains for 2 years and then he basically can eat and sleep wherever because there's a whole roaming brigade of people that take care of Demon Slayers.
And if you think that your family getting killed is worse than what? 16 years of systematic abuse, torture, not being able to feel full, malnutrition, cold,
like legitimately
selling your body parts just for a little bit of money.
Denji had to sell parts of his body.
The guy is 16 and has never been to school. He couldn't read a big ass on a chalkboard.
He drinks a soda and is just like, this was one of my dreams. A soda. Tanjiro's family dying, yes, that is sad. But, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and just be like,
Denji, a normal life isn't something worth striving for. It is for a person. Like, I can take a sip of... People will not drink tap water in America. They'll only drink bottled water. That's normal. Because water's so normal here. I don't want those in chemicals or whatever is in the water, quote unquote. But there's people in other parts of the world whose dream is to drink clean water. Who all they want is to drink clean water whenever they want, every day.
You didn't have it as rough as Naruto. No!
You didn't suffer like Naruto
did. Triggered X Clyde.
the collab nobody wanted.
And hell, they were even handled better than Denji. Naruto, Tanjiro. You don't think they wanted to live a normal life as well?
Is that the purpose? The only thing that you're thinking about is them wanting to live a normal life, and that's the entirety of thing. It's a lot more than that. Naruto did not want to live a normal life. He wanted to live an extraordinary life. He wants to be the biggest, best most in the entire village. That's not a normal life.
Tanjiro did have a normal life for roughly 15 years, and then it got snatched away from him.
After watching Evangelion, I can say that whatever the third Hokage did is baby stuff to the adults in Evangelion.
Well, whatever.
I'm not. Don't try to make the third Hokage any better.
Tanjiro had a normal life. Denji wanted to have a normal life. Tanjiro had a normal life. Denji didn't. Denji is what Naruto realistically would have turned out with the way the third Hokage took care of him and the way he was shunned and everything.
And Tanjiro had an opportunity to turn his life back to normal as normal could possibly be. It was a very difficult to obtain, but it was there. The Denji thing is impossible.
You don't think they wanted to live a normal life as well? Naruto wanted to become Hokage to force people into acknowledging him. Tanjiro literally risked his life and became a demon slayer just to go out and find a cure for his sister who was caught in the family slaughter. And you don't see no one out here doing a microscopic review on their characters.
Yes, you do! There's like a 40 to 50 minute video about how Tanjiro's actually a good character.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't see Naruto videos about his character?
Dude, there's a whole hour and a half with just talk no jutsu.
We absolutely see those things. People don't just go, yeah, Tanjiro, moving on. That's not what happens.
Oh, fuck out of here with that shit. Motherfuckers praising Denji for being a breath of fresh air because he's this regular ass dude.
Don't worry about the way people are praising him. Yep. What are the issues you have with Denji?
He focuses on a lot of things too much. The development thing and what other people see.
And the things he sees differently from what the other people say.
Who wants to live a normal life and have lots of sex is such low-hanging fruit that is not even fucking funny, bro. Like, it's some real shallow shit.
Yes, that's the point. He has nothing, so what does he want is something so normal that it's just like, I just want to touch a boob. That's the entirety of the point. somebody who has nothing, who's like, yeah, I want a mansion. They couldn't conceptualize a mansion, what it means to be in a mansion. It's just lower stakes. I just want to be warm tonight. So once you have the opportunity to get some good things in your life, it's just like, well, what do I want? Well, I'm not going to go up to level 10 of what I want. It's just like level 3. It's just like, yeah, I want a hug from a pretty girl.
I start to realize that as I continue to do this review, all the shallow shit that these motherfuckers praise in Chainsaw Man, whether it's Makima, Denji, or hell, this manga entirety, I start to realize that the
in its entirety or entirely.
Motherfuckers that praise the shallow shit are shallow themselves.
Ooh.
Like, if you was to ask
see, it is you. You are Denji, you simp, you loser, you virgin. You are Denji, and you relate to him, and that's bad.
Can people not enjoy a shallow piece of media without it in turn being they themselves shallow?
It is you.
You are.
No, you. Cocoa butter, you know the rest.
I think the only reason why you Chainsaw Man fans sympathize so much with Denji's character is because deep down inside, every time you see Denji's character, you see a mirror reflection of your loser ass selves. Because there's a lot.
Yep, you were fiending on the street pondering for a piece of bread. That was you. You look at girls and just go, ah, tits. That's you, and that's the only reason that you like this show. What about the reviews that you showed?
Well, people enjoy Demon Slayer and they're pretty shallow.
That's the literal shallow stuff. He showed reviews of people going, I like this. It's not just, I find Denji to be relatable. So anytime that he's on screen, I'm just like, yeah, Denji, you do that.
How do you motherfuckers out there that are fucking lame?
The only people praising Denji are lame-o.
Lame.
That is my review.
Lame. He just like me forever. Hey, I like Chainsaw Man, loser.
Every time you see Denji's character, you see a mirror reflection of your loser ass selves. Because there's a lot of you motherfuckers out there that are fucking lame. I see the memes of y'all with a Photoshop dog leash on y'all neck, sipping over.
Yeah, okay. There's some weird people and some lame people on any series.
Any series, anything.
Who cares?
Who actually
is this person having fun and not hurting other people? Do you, buddy? I don't care.
Let them just be weird on their own.
I don't care if people go to furry conventions. Why would I give it?
And is this a meme on the type of weird
Travin
people?
Armstrong says, "Hey, we don't kink shame here.
We also don't kink shame here.
For the most part,
we do kink shame.
98% non-kink shaming.
But I've seen people in the My Little Pony community who do this exact thing. And it's just like, oh, are they just parroting that? Or are they doing it seriously? And if they are doing it seriously, okay, there are always going to be these people. You don't look up in Demon Slayer Twitter, whatever Trigger's top 10 things are. It's this type of thing is in there because there are going to be these people out there.
You think there's not people with like a Nezuko body pillow naked?
I looked up is weird.
There was somebody in
Well,
Trigger's...
enjoy your time.
You just had to add that.
Even if it's set in stone, I'll smash that future! Hey, Deku, shut up, you nerd!
There was somebody, I have to say this before I forget. There was somebody in Trigger's comment that was just like, Trigger's anime wife. And it was them going like, oh, my husband Triggered. They do this, and this. It's like, okay, they could be playing around or they could be serious. But there's somebody in your comments like that.
It's no different than when Red Letter Media does the shocked faces and thumbnails. It's like, are they doing the joke or is this actually trying to play a little bit of the algorithm? Who knows? Who really cares? Thank you for the super chat. Hope. No, Trig, I was a simp for Dommy Mommies before CSM.
We don't kink shame. except for when we do.
Makima saying y'all want to be her dogs and shit. Y'all over here fucking simping over a 2D drawing in the dress. Saying,
Dude, you can't.
People simp over anything.
Yeah, 2D drawings of any series, buddy.
That's not.
Typically, it's usually like the energy they present as opposed to mostly the character. You saw?
I don't want to finish that sentence.
I'm glad I stopped you. It's weird, who cares? But that's the thing. Triggered focuses so hard on weirdos that I think he just has a real problem with things he perceives outside of whatever the norm he thinks is.
People simp so hard they bought bathwater.
For a real person.
Yeah. Triggered admitted he used to simp over 2D women when he was in high school. Yeah, so there could just legitimately be young people doing young people stupid simping things.
Or it could just be adult people that just want to jerk it to a hentai.
Yeah, have fun. I do not care.
It could just be the idealized version of a dominant woman that they find attractive, and they would like that in their real life. And that's completely fine that you would want that in your life. It's like you said, it could just be the ideal of Makima, not just Makima herself.
Who cares?
Because these two people are talking about how she's a dommy mommy. And maybe that's just what they want. And who are you to kink shame? This is a presumably of age presenting person.
Yes.
She's a demon or a devil or whatever, thousands of years old. But she's not inhabiting the body of an 11-year-old like she starts to inhabit the body of an 11-year-old. Then starts sucking him off finger. I was just like, oh boy. You calling me out, homie? But this is I am not going to begrudge somebody for jerking it to hentai.
Yeah, why would
that is just simply not me. You do you.
Could not.
Well, you have to because you're jerking it, but
could not care how you get your rocks off in the privacy of your home.
Yeah.
Could not care if you're taking it publicly, as long as it's in a place where it's appropriately public. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, why is Triggered worried about what other men are getting off to? Like, oh my god, this series has some simps. Okay, but here's the problem. He's poisoning the well because he's acting like anybody that's praising it are these types
That's
of quote-unquote degenerates.
I care.
yeah, you can care, but I'm not gonna make you start caring or not caring or you. Yeah, everybody can do whatever they want and caring how people jerk it. But yeah, he's acting like everybody who likes the series or Makima is that. I liked Makima before she killed Power, and then it was just like, well, I
throw her in the trash.
Yeah, directly in the trash. I had the opportunity because at Youmacon I'm at the VA, and I was just like, I couldn't make her a Makima because she's Makima, and I was just like, nah, I don't want to, and I'm glad I didn't.
Because it would have just been there.
Yeah.
We have the poster on the stream, Buns. I don't know who the poster is.
a lot of you motherfuckers are weirdos just like Denji. And y'all be the same motherfuckers on Twitter trying to get on other people about how to dissect the character. Like, get to know y'all.
Yeah, okay. So the person that's saying, step on my balls, Dami Mommy, is the same person going, if you were to dissect the character of Denji, then no! More than likely not! Sun God seeing Makima was my awakening when I was first reading Chainsaw Man in high school, but damn, I still get played. Absolutely. There are some characters are just an awakening for you for, oh my God, I really like this type of woman. I really like this type of man. I really like this type of person. I am sexually attracted to the energy and personality they're presenting, and that's what I look for.
There are so many dingy analysis on YouTube.
There's no issue with it.
They're all just simps.
Yeah, they're all just men. Quiet. All you hear in the background is lotion and fapping.
Cocoa butter. You know the rest.
You know the rest.
There is a video called "Male Victims Aren't Taken Seriously: Anime Culture and the Genius of Chainsaw Man." That's a pretty serious video about how Denji is a victim of a lot of grooming and sexual abuse and
physical and mental abuse.
But they're all just losers? Triggs, you can't just say that.
First before y'all try to dissect the fictional character.
I'm sorry, what?
The character. Like, get to know y'allselves first before y'all...
They do know themselves and they're comfortable with it.
Yeah, comfortable enough to be like, dang, Makima got them butts.
try to dissect a fictional character because newsflash, these motherfuckers aren't real. Denji threw 90% of
Wait, they're not?
Who cares?
Uh-oh. Oh no, my life is a lie. I thought all anime was real.
Okay, Denji's not a real character. Does that mean you can't just dissect him? Because you're about to go into dissecting him.
You
Who cares?
literally said Aki was the best developed and then explained how he is the best developed. People can't do that without them being just simps and relating to Denji because they are simp version losers. You dissected demons. Like, we're not talking about that. We can't think about that.
Chainsaw Man is literally a horny ass loser, a shallow one at that. He has good moments as a character throughout the series, but the good moments are heavily ratioed by the bad moments, which is really infuriating because
What's the bad moments? What's the good moments?
And he is a simple character. When Kishibe was just like, what would you do if you're, whose side are you on? The demons or the demon slayers? The devils or the devil hunters. And he just goes, whatever, whoever's winning. And he asked those 3 questions.
You fap to hentai, so you can't analyze.
No, I was Power said whoever's gonna win. His was whoever's gonna treat me best.
Yeah.
Or treat me right.
But they were all simplistic answers, which is exactly what he wanted. It's the mindset of he has no deeper thoughts because he literally did not go to school. This character is this character. Talk about why he's bad and not why what's the problem other than the simping?
It low-key sounds like Triggered is projecting when he calls Denji a loser simp. It's funny because Triggered, no matter what the series he's talking about, he's gonna talk about people as if they're losers, simps, blah, 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 all this other stuff. And it's never like, hey, why don't I examine my issues with what's going on here? Like when JoJo's happened, he talked about, if you like this type of stuff, blah, 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 blah. But he doesn't really examine why he doesn't like this type of stuff. I think he's just really... I think he's kind of repressed in the way of, hey, it's okay to like things that aren't quote unquote the norms of society. It's okay to like a 2D character if you want to. I don't care. But whatever. Power and Denji's responses are such cat and dog answers. It's legitimately just, hey, what would you do if a person was dying? Whatever. Alright, you're in. He's saying Aki's the best developed, but he doesn't say how. He says Denji fans are like Denji. How much you bet saying that about Aki is because he wants to be Aki or seen as Aki. And I wouldn't doubt that.
It's so much of his analysis is just developed. Here are some things, moving on. Angel is the most developed. He had some he had some good moments, moving on.
Sun God Sin, it's because he doesn't have the ability to dissect manga and point out the values and the merits and the demerits of it or what have you. He only can look at it. He's only a man that can point and laugh.
Yes.
And if there's other people around him that are pointing and laughing or laughing at his pointing, he's happy and they're happy. It's like a group of bullies in a circle pointing and laughing at a kid. If one person is pointing and laughing, he looks like a piece of garbage. He looks like just foolish. This is all he can do because this is all he knows.
Because take away all the, hey, everybody else said, or I'm going to talk about things outside of the character. The beginning was just like JJK versus Chainsaw Man. These people, people are overhyping this. All this stuff is just these people. You take away all this stuff, we're down to like 3 minutes so far of this 7-minute video.
Because Denji has moments where he's shown to be a logical character. Like he has to...
No, logic doesn't matter. He can be illogical and it's perfectly fine. If that's the story the Arthur wants to present. Not everything needs to be logical. Not everything needs to be steeped in logic. Not everything
every person can be logical in every situation, because there are times where I'm just like, where's my phone? And it'll be right in my left hand. It's just... your mind just doesn't go there sometimes. Some people don't think about these things in certain ways, but let's hear his example of what's a good moment.
Potential to be a good character. Not a great one, but a good one. but he fucks it all up whenever a woman enters his vicinity. Like, his infatuation with Makima completely ruins his character. Like, I understand that he likes her a lot because she was the first person to be nice to him and all this other corny ass shit, but when you acknowledge that the bitch is batshit crazy and you still choose to simp over her, yeah, that discredits everything about you.
He's crazy!
People, are you telling me that abuse victims can't leave their marriage?
Yeah.
This happens in real life. You still have these feelings for these people even though they treat you poorly. This happens. And never forget, this is an insanely simple person whose just mindset is, I want her to like me back.
Whatever's in front of me. He does not think 2 days ahead. He thinks 2 minutes ahead. If even that.
He can't forget about the feelings that he felt before.
DA, you said you purposely sabotaged
and I
yourself.
still do in ways that I don't want to divulge because it just makes me seem crazier and crazier, if I'm being honest. So just know that it still happens, and I suck.
Do you get mad at your passo?
Oh, 100% of the time.
Crazy.
100%.
Absolutely. DA 2D and 3D and 4D and 5D. Dingy, I'm in a toxic relationship because I never had someone to be nice as me as her. Triggered, what a simp.
A toxic relationship, yes.
J_ is gay, aka Big Sleeper, says. But Triggered, you don't care about logic.
That was the past argument.
Yeah, that's what
Doesn't
he needed
apply
in that
to
time.
this current argument.
This dude is sucking all the fun out of criticism, like it's making me mad. He's not getting the point. Welcome.
It's Triggered.
He does not get the point.
He's one of the dumbest moths on the planet.
He is legitimately, as far as people I've interacted with a long time on the internet, the dumbest mother I've interacted with on the internet.
Simple. Because he has this track mind of, I'm right, and I'm just going to move forward as such. I'm not going to hear anybody. I'm not going to think about it. It's just all these people that care about Denji's characters are like Denji, and therefore, they are simps.
Character. And no, it wasn't because Makima made him do it, because I know a lot of you Chainsaw Man fan motherfuckers are gonna be like, oh, Denji was only simping over Makima because Makima made him do it. No, that's not the case at all. Makima didn't have full control over Denji's body until Denji's stupid ass went to that apartment and told Makima that he wanted to become her dog.
Hey, there's several people in the story that are asked that like Makima, and when one of them is asked, why do you like her? He goes, huh? Why do I like her? Is it not possible? Now, I'd agree that she doesn't have control over him, but is it not possible that she just kind of implanted something in his mind, like she did with several other characters? Yeah, Aki likes Makima, and then
And he was just like, why?
Angel asks why, and he goes, huh? Why do I? No one's saying she had full control over her over his body, but she's shown she can implant things.
She says, almost like she's some sort of
Almost. We're too far. Can't think about it too
She basically broke the memories of Angel until the last possible second, and she was shocked he broke out of them. The whole theme is dogs.
Up until that point, Makima's confusing ass powers, which are still confusing to this fucking.
She controls people.
She controls people, and she also has a level of telekinesis.
Mm-hmm. She controls. Can
you get it off of this?
They did not.
She controls people that she believes are beneath her, or a thing that. So rats and birds are very easy to control because in her mind they're beneath her.
And she also has the ability to use other devils' abilities.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that I can say is say this person's name, crush.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, is that?
How did she know the people's name and blah, blah, blah? Because she said, this is all I could do here. So she must have some type of, one was really weird.
And it took her to sacrifice people to, that's the only one. But telekinesis, that's the bangs.
I forced Denji to act fake woke and peacefully kill a demon.
Excuse me?
Who just said red pilled? I'm gonna give you some points.
Excuse me?
I'm
Fake
gonna.
woke?
Somebody said Triggers in his red pilled arc.
Go down. I just saw it.
Somebody's getting some points. Neo, you're getting some points. Crazy.
Oh boy. Fake woke. Fake woke.
Okay. Where's Streamlab? Where is Neo? That's a crazy call out.
5 says, fake woke.
Yep, it is. It is in fact fake woke. It's not real woke.
Okay.
Woke on Christmas Eve. Woke saw man.
Like at the last possible second, we get woke.
For some reason. What's real woke? Oh, Triggs. Oh man.
How many points do you have, Neo? Oh, you're rich. Jesus Christ. All right, we'll give you a 20K for that one.
Triggered and the woke before Christmas.
All right, what did this man just say about woke?
Fucking day did not force Denji to act fake woke and peacefully kill a demon so he can preserve the condition of some porno magazines. And that's not
How is that
only
fake woke? What's fake woke about that?
I don't know. Feminism, body autonomy. What? I don't know. Dude.
What?
Yeah, I truly don't know.
What's fake woke?
Again, there's difference between full control and implanting a suggestion in a mother, because there was clearly suggestions planted in people.
Every time he does some sicko shit. This motherfucker fought a big ass demon bat just so he can feel some titties. And once he felt the titties, he was like, nah, I don't like these titties. I like Makima's titties.
Yes, he understood that it wasn't.
It was objectively good.
He understood it wasn't the titties he was after. He was after Makima.
Because he just went, I got what I wanted, but it just didn't feel like anything.
And then it happens with her, and he freaks out. And he's like, oh, so it's about liking the person. And then he later on is like, I like power, but this feels like nothing. Yeah, because he's a simple man. It's really easy to manipulate the guy. Woke meter.
It's either Makima or nobody. And it's like, oh, okay, so you're broke and picky. Like, that's the worst combination you can be in life.
You think Triggered will ever do Hajime no Ippo?
No, it's too long. And there's no hype surrounding it. There's no reason to talk about it. He only talks about...
And woke.
And woke. He is a trend surfer. Legitimately. Like
Don to Don.
Don to Don. Like, look at his most recent videos. Don to Don, Jujutsu Kaisen, whatever. The only difference is when fans vote for things like ReZero or JoJo's. But, hey, My Dress Up Darling, Chainsaw Man, whatever it's gonna be, whatever he needs to talk about in that moment that's super hype, super popular, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm gonna read it, I'm gonna talk about it, I'm gonna read it, I'm gonna talk about it, I'm gonna read it, I'm gonna talk about it. It sucks. It's actually pretty good, but it's overrated.
Wow, he likes a girl. How picky.
He doesn't want that girl. He wants this girl. Is Triggered just does Triggered have relationships, or does he just have people that he's interested in? Because Denji has a girl he wants, even though other girls are throwing themselves at him. And he's like, no, I want that person, and they're the only person that will do.
But even going back into his... This is right in front of me now. Himeno goes, I'll give you a kiss with tongue. He's just like, yeah, let's go. Even though I want Makima to be my first kiss, right in front of me is right here, right now.
And then they're like, did you gonna kiss someone? And absolutely not. What, we're not gonna kiss? Absolutely yes.
The beginning of that mission where Denji and Power acted up, and then Aki just pulls out gum, just 2 sticks of gum, and they start behaving themselves. I'm like,
Real luster
more stuff like
down,
that.
DG. It's Triggered no need to go off on his sex life.
It is what it is. Because he's not understanding why a person would want one person over another when he's looking at it like it's all the same. Salik got canceled.
Slick.
Was he one of the child ones? Somebody paid him $20 to do a Tokyo Ghoul video next, but he did Don instead and now doing Demon Slayer
I don't
next.
care as long as that Demon Slayer comes.
Oh boy, can't wait for that. You know we're gonna be on that bit.
Like the author literally takes Denji's character.
Yeah, boy.
How hard is it to say author? He don't care about his personal life. Dude was ranting about having sex with an Asian woman and said they can't take. Dude.
That's fine.
Oh, because I guess Japanese men are all small, so they're only used to that.
How sad.
Salik does? Okay. Yeah, I figured as much. It's crazy, like 2 or 3 people came from his community to our Discord, and they were all like, yo, what's wrong with lollies?
That's the worst combination you can be in life. Like the author literally takes Denji's character and tosses that shit out of a window. Just to go outside and pick it back up and go in the house and toss the shit out all over again.
That's the same type of analogy that he had when he was just like, when One Piece, their car breaks down, they'll just stop. But Demon Slayer,
you got it wrong. Speed bumps.
One
Piece will run over the speed bump, but Demon Slayer will slow down and go over.
I just remember car and that old boy.
And it's like, what does that mean?
What does this mean?
And then Chainsaw Man fans wonder why people shit on Demon
And again, back to the fans, back to Demon Slayer, back to other things. He can't stick on the point of, I'm going to analyze this character and their faults and their flaws and all these things without instantly going back to other people and other series.
All over again. And then Chainsaw Man fans wonder why people shit on Denji's character so much. Like, you can't make a character this broke, horny, and stupid and not expect people like me to shit all over him. And for all
people that either A, don't understand, or B, do understand and still think it's trash.
Because
I think you're the first one where you don't understand.
Because his whole point is that he's broke, horny, and stupid. And it's like, yeah, that's all one thing, really. Because he's stupid and simple.
And then, hey, he stops being broke. Hey, he stops being horny. Hey, he stops being simple. Whoa!
But it all makes sense for the character to be all of these things. If you don't want him to be these things, that's a completely different character in a completely different series.
all of you, Denji is such a deep and complex character, head ass niggas out there need to stop reading too much into some shit. Because most of the time, there's nothing there to read into, especially with fucking Denji.
There's always things to read into everything.
Mm-hmm.
How much you do is another thing, but don't say that there's just nothing there when there absolutely is. Literally, he is in a very intimate pose with power, and he feels nothing, even though he's close to her. He sits down and just goes, do I have a heart? Because I don't know how I would feel if people died.
And then he goes, I'm gonna just push that to the side.
That's a problem for future Denji.
Most of the time, there's nothing there to read into, especially with fucking Denji. Denji is a basic ass character, and I don't care what the Chainsaw Man fans say, but this motherfucker.
I wonder would he accept that Tanjiro is a basic character?
No, because he didn't accept basic training.
Hey, how many tickets did you buy for Mufasa?
0. Because I ain't got 650 million. I'm sorry.
Basic character. There's something he just said.
He is a basic ass character, and I don't care what the Chainsaw Man fans say.
Okay, that's what I wanted to talk about. So you're not even trying to hear what they're saying. You've already got in your mind what you believe, and you will hear no argument against it. Do you not understand how terrible that is as a person that wants to analyze the thing? You should be taking in different perspectives, different viewpoints, and going, okay, I see what they're saying, but I still disagree. I understand
for these reasons, not just no. And that's it. He says he likes Tanjiro because he's a basic character.
Then what the are we Cassandra not uber horny, I guess. Because that's weirdo stuff that a 16-year-old kid wants to touch boobs, I guess.
But this motherfucker is as generic as white bread. Like,
But he's not, though.
Yeah, I can't think of many characters that are like Denji. Can you name some?
The 3 questions where he goes, whoever treats me better, devils or devil hunters, that's where I'm going.
He has no allegiances, really. And then eventually he does get allegiances.
Like, how fucking low is the bar if we're considering Denji to be a well-written character?
Hey, who are these other characters that are like Denji that you can call them generic? Please name them. You can't just say the word generic and think that's the analysis.
Yeah. They're generic and people are bad for thinking that they're deep. All right, Triggs. Thank you.
And it's been basically 3 minutes of that. Like, I don't...
Like, if Denji is a well-written character, then what the fuck is Takemichi from Tokyo Revengers?
That means nothing to me!
Hey, other series. Hey, people are saying this. But people, what about this?
Also,
oh my goodness.
Also well written, poorly written. What is it?
2 thoughts can't exist in my mind at the same time. I can't think 2 characters are well written at the same time. One must be poorly written, I guess. There can only be one well written character in all of existence. Oh no! Thank you for explaining this, Triggered. I guess I'm wrong. And the entirety of human existence and writing is wrong. Somebody can think 2 things that are good. I've seen people
or bad, or one thing's good and one thing's bad, or 2 things are bad. I don't know.
Month with DBZ and One Piece posters in their room. It's just like One Piece is clearly better, but they still like DBZ. I'm not like, don't you know? Like, mother, who are these people? What are they saying? Have they seen Tokyo Revengers? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Avengers?
Revengers.
Okay. Straw Man plus discrediting.
And I want you Chainsaw Man fans to stop telling me to watch analysis videos on Denji's character so I can understand him better. Like, no, bitch.
He has such a... His problems always just seem to stem with other people pushing things on him. In this case, because how would he feel?
DSP, he's the lockout. Like, that's the same thing with Phil. I will not do this thing because y'all keep pushing it.
How would he feel about this if people didn't tell him? Did he watch those things? Because if there are these hour-long things, because Captain Mac made one that's just like Chainsaw Man is deeper than...
Yes, that same Arthur.
Yep, it is as Astro Royale, yes. But... he made one. Is he watching any of those, or is he just going, it's not deep, so whatever they're saying is bullshit?
Merry Christmas, Hanson.
Videos on Denji's character so I can understand him better. Like, no, bitch. I read Chainsaw Man twice. Why the fuck would I watch another person's video of them telling me something about a character I already know about?
Because you might not know about it.
Because you're saying this is this. It's like, no, you're not right. Watch this video and you'll see why you're wrong about it. Like, no, I read the series.
I've read Bleach like 2 or 3 times. I didn't understand what the Soul King did. They had to explain it to me, and I went, oh, okay. I misunderstood what the Soul King did.
And it's not necessarily that the video will just be like, oh, now I understand it. Because people, hey, here's this Naruto video. I'm like, oh, it's still bullshit. But you are fundamentally misunderstanding what's going on here.
And you refuse to learn.
And to listen.
Refuse to listen.
All these Naruto videos that we've done, I can confidently say that I've seen enough to be like, I don't think too many people are going to convince me of a lot of things about Naruto. But you just like, I ain't watching that bullshit because I'm right. I read this twice.
Remember, he will watch this live stream, get about 20 minutes into the stream, then call y'all all female emotional, and then click off. He's not watching this.
No, he's not.
He only did the JoJo's for some reason, but he's not watching this. No.
That's fine.
Like, what fucking sense does that make? If you have to watch a analysis video on something you just got done reading or watching, then clearly your comprehension levels wasn't present when you was reading or watching that specific thing.
Or people can have different perspectives that inform for me of a way that I didn't think of to begin with. Like, I was just talking to my friend about mouth washing, and I thought a whole nother thing, and she brought something up, and I was like, oh wow, was my thinking of this entire scene incorrect? And I had to re-examine what I was thinking about it.
Or things can be as people
Chris
can...
the Chilled says, yo, I just finished my stream. What did I
You
miss?
triggered.
Oh, triggered. Triggered doing triggered things. But people can present things in a way that recontextualizes things or changes things or things that you missed. It's not just necessarily
Obvious
that
reasons.
you need
Obvious
this.
reasons. Obvious
Enjoy the timeout, Jay. Thank you for the super chat, Hope. As soon as this Jay has been timed for 5 minutes goes away, he wants the JoJo's one to prove he's homophobic. No, he tried to prove he's not. And he didn't understand what phobic meant. Trigger talking about other people's reading comprehension is so ironic. BG, how stinky is your breath to have a discussion on mouthwash? Hey! That's not, no, the video game, mouthwashing. Please play it. My mouth is...
Because in most cases, that thing that you're watching the analysis video on was already present to you when you was reading the fucking story.
But you didn't comprehend, and now it's being explained in a way where you do comprehend. It's just like sometimes I'm learning Java. I'll read the same type of thing, structures and methods and all of this stuff and go, but then I'll watch a video and I'll go, oh, okay, I understand now. Things happen. People explain things in a way that's different.
It just takes you to pay attention to the fucking story. Like,
Werb's videos made me understand manga panel flow. And sometimes people hear a thing or see a thing and they're like, oh, okay, I understand it now. And they look for that thing. It's so, like,
yeah.
What is he doing?
when you was reading the fucking story. It just takes you to pay attention to the fucking story. Like,
no, but you are a person, and the way you look at a story or the things you grasp from the story can be different from another person. There's people that are talking about sexism in a story that you might not have perceived because you don't really understand the aspects of like casual sexism or something.
Could be psychological things, manipulation, things like that you're not really versed in. And this person researched it and goes, Denji is acting like this because of this psychological thing that occurs in people who have been abused. And you go, oh, that abuse stuff, that's stuff that I didn't know about. And it further develops his character. Could be that. Not saying it is, not saying it isn't, but at least look into it.
Try to engage with it. He wants to isolate his opinion, throw it out there.
Right, because he read it twice.
And throw it out there and then go, well, other people, if they're talking about it, they're wrong. Or they're just going to tell me things I already know. Impossible. I wouldn't watch a good anime or manga analysis video. I would. It would have to come across my vision to where I'm clicking through something and go, oh, okay, let me check that out.
I'm more apt not to.
Yeah, more apt is, I'm never going to search them out, but if they're in the sidebar and it's just like, hey, this thing about this character, I'm like, oh, okay, why not?
I don't think people realize just how easy it is to make an analysis video on YouTube.
Yes, it is easy, but it's difficult to make a good one.
Yes.
You're making an analysis video, and it's terrible because it's so much of these nebulous, faceless, nameless people saying these generic bullshit about how Denji's good, and you just go, no, he's not.
Yeah, it's really easy to make an analysis video when it's basically a reaction to what other people are saying.
It's really easy to make an analysis video where you just go, this is good, this is bad, this is good, I like this character developed, thumbs up.
Is this what we call a self-report?
He's too stupid to realize that, though.
Is it really that easy to make an analysis video when it took him so long to bring out that Don and that Demon Slayer when he's been talking about that Demon Slayer for like a year and a half? Where's that giant One Piece one when he was rereading One Piece? It's so easy. Why isn't it out?
Doesn't Triggered realize his very own video is technically an analysis video as well?
Like, all you have to do is just Wikipedia the specific thing.
Oh, okay. That's all you just need to wiki it.
Hey, where do you think Wikipedia information comes from? Just some person? Just like an analysis video would come from just some person? Do you understand that wiki? You can't just wiki a report in college. They're gonna thumb you down. They're gonna mark you down. You can't just say Wikipedia. Triggered. Wikipedia does not have analysis on characters. It just has a summary.
Oh no.
What are you doing?
Triggered. Did he read Chainsaw?
Did he read?
Is this at the end? He's just gonna go, I didn't even read this. This is all from a summary, and then just dabbed into the sunset.
This is awful.
It takes a lot more than just reading the Wikipedia. And if you think that's all it takes, that's a condemnation on you,
Yes.
and not the thousands of analysis videos on YouTube. That's on you if you think that all it takes is reading a Wikipedia article. Even something like New Rockstars. I watch New Rockstars occasionally. They do a lot of things you miss. Hey, here's episode 2 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Here's everything you missed. This is a reference from the comics. You can get that information from IMDb.
Plot twist, he didn't read it. This was a massive op to waste your time.
It has to be. And if it is, I'm hopping into whatever Discord he's in. He's like, yeah, you got us. But I watch those occasionally. You can get that information from IMDb, but it is a lot of looking into it, cross-referencing. This comes back later in this moment. It's a lot of that stuff. So yes, you can go to the Wikipedia and get the trivia section and get that information, but it is still just analyzing it, going, here are the things.
My English teacher, hospitality teacher, said that Wiki is a bad source material because
It
it's made up
100%
by
is.
multiple random people and not from a trusted professional.
I've seen so many Wikipedia articles that's just like, this person was born in penis. It's like, these months just didn't catch that. It slips through sometimes.
We still got
what
16
is
more
a
minutes.
hospitality teacher?
What else could he possibly say?
He hasn't talked about Makima.
I was in Highland Park. I was in a registered nursing class.
That's not. Is that what hospitality is?
It could be something roughly similar.
I was in ROTC. Are we just naming things that we were in?
Correct.
Analysis video on YouTube. Like, all you have to do is just Wikipedia the specific thing you're doing the analysis video on.
This is a complete self-report. I want to talk about Tanjiro. What's the Wikipedia on Tanjiro? Blah, 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 blah.
His personality is that he's kind. Just got to reword that a little bit.
And of course, idiots are saying, and then that's 3 minutes. All right. I done filled up 4 minutes of my analysis video already.
Yeah, plus anyone can edit a Wait a second. You remember the Demon Slayer video where he was just like, I don't even remember Sound Man's abilities, and then he just checked the wiki.
Yep. Yeah, I was also in JROTC Air Force.
Yeah, look at that. It was just horribly boring. I was in a Modern Dance. I liked that a whole lot more. Oh, they didn't like the manly man stuff with the guns and the marching.
No.
And he liked the dancing. Yes, I did.
Trigger taking 4 months to grab information from Wiki and make a video.
How sad.
How sad.
Hospitality is basically a hotel career path and show you how working in professional hospitality. Oh, really? They make those classes, huh?
That would be. They should do more.
Yeah,
stuff
they should
like
do
that.
a whole lot more stuff like that. Because you're just going to
your electives should be stuff like that. I want to learn like computer programming, or I want to learn like hospitality management.
And also just give everybody a lesson on taxes and loans and stuff.
Please
like that.
do, God do credit
social
security
services. The history class.
Oh, social studies.
Social studies. Ain't nobody. Where is Wyoming? Why do I need to know where Wyoming is?
Yeah, I got GPS if I ever need to go there. I'll buy a plane ticket.
Talk to me about taxes.
and just read that shit into a microphone. You want to learn about...
Whoa! Can we get all that clean?
Whoa!
Can we get all that clean? Just pull it back just a little bit so we can understand Trigger's mindset of how to make an analyst video, an anime analyst video, that which anybody can make and it can blow up.
Attention to the fucking story. Like, I don't think people realize just how easy it is to make an analysis video on YouTube. Like, all you have to do is just Wikipedia the specific thing you're doing the analysis video on and just read that shit into a microphone. You want to learn about Naruto's character? Well, just Google Naruto and go to his fucking Wikipedia page and read that shit into a microphone. There you go.
There you go. There it is. There you go.
That's not analysis.
No, it's not.
It's a report.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this dude is horrible.
Hey, Triggs.
This guy sucks.
Name, Triggs. You got somebody in mind? Is this what you're doing? Do you do that? How do you know how easy it is to do something like that?
That's DBZ Emran.
He got it. The most fair.
He got it. Self-report like a mother. Let me go start making videos in 2025.
Do you think that would be a good video?
Don't watch anime and read manga. Read the wiki. DBZ Imran spit. Bricky's JoJo's video.
Leo Luster says, "The perfectionist Triggy self-reporting himself. How sad."
How sad. Good job, Robot Lady on Triggy.
Byakuya Kuchiki
has been destroyed. How sad.
Triggy, I watched the wiki.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, the fact that he, for a second, can think this and just go, is he just like DSP where he just on the top of the mountain going, everybody else is just doing this and I'm the only mub doing this. It's easy to do this thing, just do that. But I'm too good to do that.
Naruto's character explained in the video. You want to learn more about Super Saiyans? Well, guess what? Google Super Saiyans and read their Wikipedia page. There you fucking go. Super Saiyan explained video. Like, the shit is not that fucking hard. But let me get off of Denji's character because
But again, those aren't analysis.
No.
They're explanations. They're summaries and reports on what a thing is. You're not offering your opinion on that thing. You're just saying what they are. Triggered right here, this review, this rant, whatever, it's supposed to be your opinion, not just offering things as they are. Oh, yes, he is? I don't know what that is.
These fucking Chainsaw Man fans are pissing me off with this fucking Denji's.
Back to the Chainsaw Man fans.
These people. Hashtag them. Okay.
The deep character bullshit. Now, let's talk about Makima.
He just wanted to on DigiFans real quick and then move on to Makima.
There's a difference between an analysis video and an explanation video, Triggy. He doesn't understand the difference.
From Hero Z? Oh, yes, he is.
Oh, yes, he is. He's a child. Oh, yes, he is.
Yes.
I don't think that was one that was ever going to be added. I'll listen back to it, though.
Moving on.
Yeah, we're done.
It has to be one of the most whatever the fuck anime characters to ever exist. Like, this bitch just pops up out of fucking nowhere all the time and does some crazy shit that'll make the reader be like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened?
She does that there.
Yeah.
And hey,
they explain this.
The reason why she lived is explained.
Yeah, she made a contract with the prime minister, and instead of her getting hurt, a random citizen is going to get that pain or in an accident or something or die. No, yeah.
That is explained, but part of the mystery.
Rodriguez says, "Bummy."
Yep, enjoy the time.
But this is part of the mystery of what is her ability, what's her motives, and then we learn both of those things, and then that's it. This is 97 chapters. This happened in like chapter 20, 30, 40-ish.
I have to assume the she used here with the naming them is maybe another devil that she has under her control.
Yeah,
it would have been
make
nice to
sense.
know.
But yeah, that's
what it was.
Yes. Obviously, anything that she does outside of the coming back to life thing and the control is just like, oh, this could just be another devil. But I would like that explained.
One minute this bitch is getting shot up on the train, and then the next minute she's doing some weird voodoo shit that's making motherfuckers disappear in the middle of the street. Like, the fuck? Like, 1 minute this bitch is going on a random ass movie date with Denji so they can talk about how much life and movies suck and shit, and then the next minute this bitch is in the alleyway fucking up Rize. And it's like, bro, this character...
What did she do? She appeared in a bunch of mice, and then she just basically had Angel do the rest.
She went on a date.
Yeah.
They watched a bunch of movies. She wanted him to understand the difference, I guess, between them and other people and the way they feel.
Manipulation.
Yeah. He cried at the same thing she cried on. End story.
Up out of nowhere and does random shit.
And then, why do you think that she stopped Rize there? Because she would get in the way of her plans. Which was what she says basically right here. If you have a wife, I'm going to kill him.
Yeah.
Because you belong to me.
The whole point of her character is just to fuck with Denji mentally and make Denji unlock the full power of the chainsaw.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, it's some of the most shallow shit I have ever read in a long ass time.
Hey, but why does she want to do that? Her stated purpose is to eliminate these things in the world, like hunger and death and things like that, to make the world a better place. Is that what the purpose is? I don't know. Maybe it's explored in part 2. But that's what she says that it is.
And she's also just a fan.
And we understand all of these things.
Yugi, you are 100% right. Didn't Triggered say the appeal of Rize was that she does a bunch of dope though? And here she is doing a bunch of dope.
Literally.
And it's, oh my God, what's this random she's doing? Triggered, you read? You read tricks?
Her reveal as a villain was complete horseshit, as it was so fucking obvious since chapter 2 that this bitch was up to something.
Yes, but what was she up to? That was the purpose. I wrote his name down. The rough and tumble chain smoker man.
Yeah.
Kishibe. Where'd I get the end from? Yeah. Kishibe was just, they sat down and talked. She was just like, everything I'm doing is for the purpose of the peace and the people. And he's just like, you're lying. And she does not deny it. She just smiles. So yes, she is up to something, but part of it is, what is she up to? How does Denji fit into this? How does she accomplish this? Is it all for the good? Is this one of the kill a million to save a billion type things? That's also a big part of it.
Oh my God, the author wants you to know that she might be evil, and she was evil. We all saw it coming, bro. Like, it's not really a twist. It's just a revelation. It reveals what the setup was for.
It's more about the why.
Yes.
And the what.
Especially when I read that chapter where she got shot in the head and she rose up like the fucking Undertaker and casually went to a ceremony ritual where she just started knocking motherfuckers off and making them disappear in the middle of the street. It was at that point I realized, oh, okay, she's like the background villain of the series or some shit.
How do you get that from her living from being shot in the head and killing only the enemies that's trying to kill Denji and everybody? Yeah. How do you get that she's the villain from that?
Is Gojo the ultimate villain because he did roughly the same thing? She didn't attack random people. Why are so many people getting time? Because they're saying E, they're saying Kevin, and they're giving us money.
This trigger not like a good mystery.
Says, why are so many people getting times?
I just explained it.
Does Trigger not like a good mystery? No, I don't know if he does or he doesn't, but he doesn't see this as a mystery. So his brain isn't thinking in that part. He's thinking just purely as, this is bullshit, we all know what's up. Not thinking any further than that of just like, why is she doing this?
Just read the wiki.
extra secretive about her powers. She's making motherfuckers wear blindfolds. She's over here doing satanic voodoo gang signs and shit. So it's like, oh, okay, she's clearly the villain of the series.
No,
right?
she doesn't want people to know her powers. Maybe and it wasn't people, it's low-ranking people, number one. Number two, it could be part of the demon contract that she has.
Even during the freaking dinner, one of the people were like, I'm not telling you my demon. On my contract. They were like, hey, don't say these so readily out loud to the public. Because you never know who might turn on you or something.
Her doing gang signs, as you called them, that doesn't mean anything. And also, he's not thinking about the fact that she just went, give me 30 convicts who's there for life or worse. Not 30 random people. And what did she do? She killed those people who had done bad, provably, because they were in the system. Maybe not provably or whatever, in the system. Jesus Christ.
$50, and he's talking about a time machine being ready. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but thanks for the tip. Okay.
Thank you for the super chat. I didn't realize that anyone could edit a Wikipedia page until like 10th grade when I added a King K. Rool to Adorno wiki page.
Yeah, anybody can. It's an approval process, but...
ask me post-stream about that.
No need to ask there. It was also obvious as hell that Makima was only using Denji for his Chainsaw Devil because, surprise, surprise, Makima does nothing but show favoritism to Denji throughout the whole series.
Yes. And they kept saying, why does she want Denji? She must know something about why other devils want Denji.
Yes, that was the entirety of the point. It is obvious why that she is manipulating Denji for a certain reason. But what is that reason is the question.
The author framed it so you go, what is she up to with Denji?
That is the purpose. Not that we see that she is manipulating him. This is so obvious. But it's the whole thing is why.
I.e. filling Denji's hands up with nothing but her titties. And not even that though. Makima literally pops the fuck up out of nowhere just to talk to Denji. Shit, chapter 2 alone is damn near a giveaway.
Are you mad that you quote unquote figured it out? Who cares? Is this a bad thing? You're acting like the author trying to be like, yo, no, she's actually really good, y'all. Please don't believe me. Please believe me.
No, it's obvious that she was manipulating him. So obvious.
And it's pretty
Cameron
clear
Bailey
that
says, unfortunately, Trigger thinks even if that was the author's, it's bad.
He needs to explain why it's bad based upon the fact that this was the perk. Because he's not.
What does he want?
He's not talking about the fact that yes, it was obvious, but the mystery part of like why is the point. He's just like, no, it's not even a mystery. That's the point. His whole mindset is it's not a mystery. So why are they pretending like it is? It's
but
like,
they
no,
didn't pretend like it is.
It's not a mystery in this aspect. There is another aspect that it is a mystery as that you're just not even thinking about.
Me, when I pay attention to the information the author gives me, girl.
She's literally manipulating him.
Shit, chapter 2 alone is damn near a giveaway. And it's pretty clear that Makima doesn't do a good job in being a good character because the only time Chainsaw Man fans bring her up is when they're talking about her ass. Like, imagine being known more for your ass than your actual character.
No, because...
does that make her a bad character? Explain why she's a bad character instead of looking at the horny people talking about her butt. Why do you, Triggered Senpai, think she's a bad character? He's worthless!
1 second.
Unless he's about to explain it.
Nobody's listening to you, you cuck!
Hey, that's fair.
There are a lot of Reddit posts about Makima's powers. How they work. How strong are they?
He a fan. He a fan.
If I were to just look up Makima Reddit, what's your opinion on Makima? What's the most up thing she did? Why do men like her so much? Her manipulation works in real life. People are talking.
5 says, A lot of Tsunade fans only talk about her chest. Does that make her a bad character?
No, she has great moments within the... Not a good example.
What circles is he in where they're only talking about her butt? Is that just your Discord?
Which is a problem.
What are you talking about? Because there are people talking about other things. Hey, let me look up Makima analysis and let me see what I find. Oh, but you're not going to look those up.
I don't need to explain. Moving on.
No, not Makima anal.
Hold up there.
Prove a triggered point. Necessary Evil, a Makima character analysis, 23 minutes. Analyzing Evil, Makima from Chainsaw, 22 minutes. The necessity of bad movies, which is what they talk about. The irony of...
I love that insane.
Because we're fans of bad movies.
No, not even that, but just like, are you going to get rid of the bad movies? Well, yeah. Dang, guess I gotta kill you.
There's a video just called Makima, where there's time stamps. Intrigue, enigma, ideals, backstories. He's just wrong. That's all there is to it.
He's not wrong, because there are going to be fans that
absolutely
do that. But he's reducing the entirety of the fandom down to those, let's just say, 2% of fans that would do that. If there's 100,000 Chainsaw Man fans, do you think that 200 won't do some shit like this? Or 2,000 won't do some shit like this? Analyze the Makima angle thing and
not too much to analyze. Lube up and get in there. What else is there?
And it's not even like her ass looks great or anything.
I have never, during the entirety of the thing, gone, wow, her butt though.
But there are people that do that. But, hey, this may not be to your taste, but this is going to be to the taste of some people. And who are you to say that, hey, her butt's not good enough?
Is it an anatomy thing he's talking about here? Because she is kind of bendy and weird.
Her ass looks like a bent elbow. Like Chainsaw Man female characters aren't drawn the best. All them bitches look like melted crayons.
Look at her! Look at her!
Female characters aren't drawn the best.
Dude, this is what I think of when I think of Chainsaw Man. Her crying and just doing DDR. It's
I got
so
a perfect
good.
score.
It's just a wide shot. It's like 1, 2, 1, 2. And, oh my goodness.
I remember when he bullshit his way to defend Ju being a dick to Tanjiro.
Oh yeah, dude, I can't wait for that Demon Slayer video.
All them bitches look like melted crayons. And then you have all these weird ass motherfuckers out here simping over Makima.
Back to them! Hey, you know she sucks because they only talk about her butt. And let me tell you how they suck. Oh, and it wasn't a mystery that she was a bad person or a bad guy.
And
wow!
He just goes, they look like melted crayons. Nothing about them. Could you go back to the butt shot for Makima?
Yes, and Power's chest is fake because she has worn the fake chest before.
You could say that her face looks very weird here. The anatomy's kind of weird because the left eye should be smaller because she's facing towards the right. So the eye
even just standing that way and the way it pokes out, it's the
left eye should be a lot smaller. You could say something like that, and even the face is a bit. There's things to say about that, not just that they look like a melted crayon.
Trigger sure hates they thems.
Makima talking about she's a great character and shit. Like, no, fuck out of here, bro. If you're acting thirsty as hell over a fucked up drawing.
Hey, are those the same people that's saying she's a great character, that's saying please step on me, Dami Mommy? You have to understand, Triggered. You're dumb.
Then God forbid you actually see a real naked woman's body. Like if you...
You're a virgin!
Yep. Mm-hmm. The state of you. Is thirst bad?
No!
No, of course not. It's just what you do with it. If all you got is thirst and you're literally a gooner, yeah, that's bad. But if you're just like,
I don't even think it's bad as long as you're doing it on your own time. If you're putting it out there for others to see, it could be bad. But if you just want to sit around gooning, I don't care. Eat, be healthy, goon.
You heard him. Pro gooning. You ain't have sex. I win. She could be both a good character and look attractive. Yes.
Yeah, if...
Then God forbid you actually see a real naked woman's body. Like if you guys aren't noticing the trend yet in this video, it's that Chainsaw Man fans are extremely fucking horny. Like they're horny ass losers, bro. You know the saying where they say that you are what you read? Well, that
Love
fits...
One Piece
Nobody said that!
Is James the evil twin of Guild Arts? If you know, you know. Not going to spoil an anime.
Hey, maybe. I don't think that's the saying. I've read so much stuff. So much stuff.
Chainsaw Man popularity polls. Number 1 was Power, largely non-sexual character. Number 2, Makima, sure, you'll get that. Number 3 was Aki, a guy. Number 4 was, is that Rise? I don't know who that is. Might be Rise.
No, yeah, that's Rise.
Number 4 is Rise. She was in her underwear. So, number 5 is Denji. Number 6 is Angel, a guy. Number 7 is Kobe's car. What?
I got the glory.
You're gonna put this on me, you murderer!
'Tis your car.
You're gonna put this on me, you as she's in the driver's seat. You're gonna put this on me, you murderer. But yes, of the top characters, one of them's a car. There's dudes in the top 5. Number 9 is Poochie or Boom, whatever that thing is. One of the more sexual characters, Himeno, is number 11. Yes, they can be both horny and appreciate a good story. Are they simply going va-va-voom or are they going va-va-voom? But also, this chainsaw dude is fighting this bomb chick and that's pretty hype.
It's this shit perfectly, alright? Because only Chainsaw Man fans will hype up a character because of her ass. Like, only Chainsaw Man fans...
Sir, you have not been in the Gooner community enough.
No, BG knows about it. Pro Goonin. But... this is in addition to other things. She got them cheeks. I'm sure it's not just Makima cheeks, because for the most part, cheeks ain't on screen for a lot of it. It's upper body shots, and sometimes you'll get cheek. But I mean, you can look up cheek anywhere. Somebody might draw cheeks massively huge. Some people might
about the fucking lollies.
We can get to that later, Triggs.
Moon Spice says, I guess I am an awkward kid wanting to become a pro boxer then.
Absolutely, that's what you read. You are that. Triggered has a vendetta against horny people.
He has.
I have no idea why though. Like
he has a vendetta about weirdo things in general, and that's and horny people fall into the weirdo category.
I don't care. Like, let people be weird. I don't. As long as they're having fun, who gives a
Would try to make a horny, broke-ass loser like Denji seem more deeper and complex than what he actually is.
More deeper.
Triggered, maybe you should watch some of those analysis videos.
Or maybe you should think about this.
Or read the wiki.
Or read the wiki. But he's looking at it, and it's fine to look at it at a surface level.
Yeah.
But don't say that there is nothing else other than the surface, because there is things there.
The issue I have with Chainsaw Man is the lack of story depth.
One for all, Fall Cowling,
Good pause.
Detroit Smash!
Got a horrible addiction to toxic women, hot or not. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, I'm with you. I am with you, buddy.
This going in circles, that's Triggs. He sucks. He talks about read the wiki, but then he just doesn't, and he just starts, blood is just yapping.
It is. We've got another 12 minutes of yapping. Like, what could he yap about anymore?
You think Triggs would praise or berate Ippo for having a huge bonker? Probably berate them as, hey,
Unrealistic.
Japanese don't.
Yep.
And it's just like, all right, cancel.
No, I'm not trying to say nothing.
I've seen certain. Oh boy. Oh God. One of my best friends. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Well, my eyes are as closed as. Oh no.
One time when I was in a locker room, I was triggered.
Most of the information we get from the world of Chainsaw Man is touch and go. They tell you about Most of the information we get from the world of Chainsaw Man is touch and go. They tell you about the devil hunters as well as the organization and the devils, but they never give you enough information that will make you feel like you have a full understanding of what's going on in the series.
He praised Aki for explaining the world.
What
that
is
was part
unexplained?
Let's hear what is unexplained.
Because even the devil hunters are like government employees. Because even on the train, there's like, oh, it's a devil attack. Please exit. Like they understand what's going on. The world gets it. People are praising Chainsaw Man.
They're on the news.
What is he? All right, it's gotta.
Like in most cases, they'll tell us about something and then they'll just leave it completely. They'll never try to go into depth about it. Like, for example, what the fuck is hell in Chainsaw Man? Like, what makes the hell in Chainsaw Man so special that they'll...
It's the place where devils go when they die!
And then they are reincarnated on Earth as a not entirely themselves.
And it is the place where the greatest fears and devils live who have never been killed and never incarnated on Earth, including darkness.
Not much is known about it, yeah. Should everything be known by chapter 50? I mean, what questions do you have about
Like
it?
in Demon Slayer Triggered.
In Demon Slayer. No. Demon Slayer don't have good world building. No. Like in Demon Slayer.
No.
What are you
Bigfoot.
doing here?
Bigfoot.
What the is love breathing? Blessed rain after a month in drought.
Look, hell is just a location, and the series is not over, so they can always further explore hell itself. But we know what we need to know for this moment. It is the place where devils go when they are killed on Earth before they're reincarnated. If they're reincarnated, they are killed in hell. That's what causes them to be reincarnated. And there's some super strong mothers there that have never been killed that devils fear.
I wonder what we need to know. Let's hear.
Allows the devils to be reincarnated on Earth when they get killed in there. Like, is there some type of loophole or some shit we don't know about?
No, it's just a cycle of reincarnation.
What is a loophole? That's not the word, Triggered, you idiot!
That's not the word also.
Loop is just what you're looking for. The hole is not needed, ladies.
But we need to know everything. We don't. That's not, I do not think about that in terms of my issues with Chainsaw Man. But like they said, these are questions in Demon Slayer. Every series has this was not explained. But also, this is not finished. This is 97 chapters in. They visited it once. They went there, chapter 70 or so?
I think like before that.
Yeah, that's where the assassination ended. So it was like chapter 60-ish they went there. So this is 37 chapters before the end of part 1 to what everything that was out right then and there. And you're just like, well, explain everything. It's like, well, they introduced this thing 30 chapters ago and you want everything right here and now? Who would have that information? How do you properly explain that?
Because last time I checked, whenever someone dies and they go to hell, they perish forever in the lake of fire.
Not devils! They're devils!
That is our world. You're using our world to be like, this is how it works. Like, okay, in this world, this is how it works.
Hell is different in Bleach.
So what's the problem here? For the millionth time, the series has not ended yet. You can have a problem when it ends, and even then, it's a flimsy criticism. Yeah,
That's the thing. Also, keep in mind, hell is not for us.
It is for the devil.
But for some reason,
Here's the thing. When they go to hell, we see no humans.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe think about that.
in Chainsaw Man, you can get knocked off any time of the day in hell, and you right back on Earth with the homies. Like,
no, devils can do that. That's what happens to devils, Triggered.
And even then, they are not themselves. They're a different person.
Yes, this is not Makima that gets reincarnated. It's another person
that just has the control abilities.
Like,
and we don't even know I don't know, based off on part 1, if the levels of the abilities, is it as good as Makima? Is it different? Is it stronger? Is it weaker? I'm sure it's explored later.
We're right about how quick of a read it was, too. I think last night, I was at chapter 15, and within 2 hours, I was at chapter like 50. I went, how is this possible?
Crazy.
I think they use like really big panels or something that take up so much space that there's less like panels and stuff to read.
And there are moments of just
it's explained in part 2. Beautiful.
Okay, cool. And there are just moments of like when Aki died, of Denji just walking around with no words, and it's also not very explanation heavy. It's just it was just like the gun devil. It's already dead. It's split up through all these places, and
they control it.
There's 20% in over here, and here it comes. And that was not too long. It's not explanation super heavy.
To be fair, he only has the information of part 1, but he should not be going, why don't we have the explanation of everything that was shown in part 1 by the end of part 1?
It's like 30 chapters while other things are going on.
Imagine reading a book series that's 5 parts and then going, the book has ended, book 1 has ended, why don't I know everything about everything they set up? Well, it's a series.
Book 1. How did Harry Potter's parents die? What spell was used?
Well, it's a series. Keep reading. Well, the origins of Nan, tug collar.
It's tattooed on my butt.
Time of the day in hell, and you right back on Earth with the homies. Like, how is that possible? In chapter 74, this motherfucker Angel remembers his whole past after they already stated that devils can't remember anything from their previous lives.
This is his same life, you dummy!
You said that he was one of the better characters because he had exploration.
This was the life he had now, you idiot!
And you didn't understand it.
You dumb piece of you idiot!
You're criticizing something that is not the thing.
Maybe you should have watched this analysis video or read a wiki. You idiot!
Yeah, this is all, look at all these facts and evidence. It's like, no, this isn't, you're wrong.
She put him under a spell in this life after she did this thing to him. You idiot! It's so frustrating, dude!
And you claim to have read this twice, Triggy.
The only thing they remember is the roaring engine from the Chainsaw Devil. So, like, can they now remember things from their previous lives now? Because all Makima said was, that's in order, and then from that point on, Angel started remembering everything about his fucking past. So you're telling me that now Angel was able to remember his whole past because Makima said something at that moment that reminded him of that moment when she told him to reveal his powers? Because if devils are capable of having epiphanies off of remembering things from their previous...
says, how do you like that, Obama? I didn't read the manga, you idiot.
You idiot. There's nothing to counter here because he's just 1,000,000,000% wrong.
The beginning of the premise is wrong.
So we're just listening to him talk about how wrong he is.
lives, then that would mean that devils would be capable of remembering things from their previous lives.
Oh, and now he's gonna take this and go off to other things where point A, point 1, you're just wrong.
So there's really nothing left to say about this. We're just gonna let him go.
Also go against the rule that the series has set for itself as far as saying that devils aren't capable of remembering anything from their previous lives. And then if it comes out later in part 2 of Chainsaw Man that devils are capable of remembering things from their previous lives,
Boy,
then I
this
would
is
have to
just
ask the
wrong.
question of, okay, how the fuck is that possible? Like, what kept them from remembering their past to previous time?
And what happens if they explain what kept them from that? Would that be
What
acceptable?
happens then? But
Triggered read the wiki twice.
But it's crazy because sometimes we make mistakes. You know, it happens.
It's easier for us because, again, we're off the cuff.
Yes, but he has time to research it and things, and he just doesn't realize it after reading it twice.
Like, those are just a couple of examples of the lack of depth in Chainsaw Man. They tell us about the...
No, it's not the lack of depth. It's the lack of explaining literally everything that the series has set up so far. There's a difference.
In 97 chapters, you want the entirety of reincarnation explained for the devils when it was introduced 37 chapters ago.
Origins of the devils and where they come from, which is hell, but they don't tell us enough about hell itself to make me feel like I have a full understanding of it.
You don't.
Why You're not supposed to.
Why should you have a full understanding of hell right now?
We understand what we understand and what we need to understand.
For whatever's about to happen right now.
Like I said, somebody would have to go, yes, let me pull out the book. And they just flip through the book and like, okay, so when they are killed, and it's like...
Hell, I still don't know what the fuck Puchita is. The only thing I know about Puchita is that his true form is the Chainsaw Devil, and apparently he has the ability to erase devils from existence by consuming them, which has me asking the question, why is Puchita the only devil in the series with that ability?
Hey, that's a great question. Maybe the series isn't over yet and they will explain this. Maybe they talked about the eating thing in like chapter 80, and are they supposed to explain everything right here and now? I think it's,
It's the overseer in hell. Like, usually when you read a depiction of hell, they usually tell you they have a leader named...
Okay, maybe this one doesn't. Is that okay?
Maybe it's just governed loosely by the strongest monk that never died.
Yeah, maybe it's the 4 ones that have never died, and they all control a
What
quadrant.
is not Crash says. Probably something to do with him being near death when he met Denji.
Hey, shut up. But what about devil fruits, though,
What
Trigger?
about Blackbeard? Okay.
Satan or Lucifer, right? Hell, even in Black Clover, their hell has a leader and his name is Lucifer.
So all series should...
Lucifero is one of the 3 rulers!
So all series should do the exact same thing, and they should all have a ruler. So that you can be like, it is generic because they all have this one ruler that you need to fight in order to escape. It can just be something different. This is not a negative on the series because it does not do things exactly like other things do it. This is neither a positive nor a negative. It is something that just happens. It's crazy to just be like, but where is this thing that I'm expecting that it should be based upon all these other stories?
He's the strongest devil in the whole series. In Chainsaw Man, we don't know who the fuck is the leader of all devils. All we know is that there's a hell devil who embodies the fear of hell and the darkness devil.
Do we need to know? Yeah. What does it do for us to know?
Yeah.
Embodies the fear of darkness. So it's like, okay, who is the leader of all these motherfuckers?
This just seems like I need some kind of to complain about the world building in some way. Who's the leader? It's like, I don't know.
Again, if the series were over, you could have a point, but even then, it's just like, I personally don't care unless they're gonna do something.
There isn't one. That's the answer.
Hey, DA, Dragon Ball Daima opening, good or bad?
I don't remember it, so I'm gonna go ahead and say
who's
bad.
The king of all devils or hell? Who's just the
worthless?
But he doesn't like that Reese is a copy of Tuca, so why does he want CSM?
Legitimately!
king of hell, because whoever the fuck it is, they should have the ability that Pochita has that allows them to erase devils from existence.
Why should they?
Yeah, who's to say they don't?
If they are, why don't they have the darkness devil's ability?
Yeah.
Why don't they have any devils? Why don't they have all the devil's ability? Why do they need to have this particular ability if they're the king? That doesn't make sense.
Maybe it's Pochita.
Maybe it is. They might not have one. It might be him. It might be a character that we haven't seen. Maybe it didn't matter in that one particular moment because it's just like the darkness devil is bad enough as it is, and he's coming right now, so we didn't even have to worry about the king.
There was a little flesh of the darkness devil, and they went, "Holy, what are we doing out here?"
Maybe they have a different abilities. Maybe they have a better ability. Maybe they have a.
Eating them. Like, where the fuck is the king devil? The devil that's supposed to embody.
I have
That's
never
crazy.
through the entirety
This is
of reading
nuts.
the series did I go, where is the king devil?
For a second. Never. Like saying part 1 of Naruto sucks because they haven't shown where chakra comes from.
The fear of Satan or Lucifer. And see,
Now, and here's something. I had this complaint in ReZero where I was just like, the return from death, it lessens it because I don't know where the starting point is where he
can
resets,
start getting a checkpoint.
and that lessens the stakes because I don't fully understand. I can explain why I don't like this thing and why it doesn't work in a series for me. He's just going, well, where's the king? I'm going, okay, so why isn't the checkpoint a day later? Or is it when he goes to sleep? Or is it a traumatic event? I'm asking all these questions, and apparently it's not explained in any of the novels or the books or the manga or season 2 or anything. So it's perfectly justifiable to have this question, and it's such a long-running series that explores a bunch of different things. This is chapter,
especially since the crux of the power and the story itself, because without the reset, the story just does not happen. So it needs, and if he were able to like pick and choose his resets, it'd be a completely different thing. He just has to be where he is.
Especially considering something happens in season 2 where it's just like, if the reset was
you
like,
finally watched season 2?
If the reset was just like an hour before, everything would be fine, but it's not. So the reset is after this big thing that happened. And you just go, well, why? And that lessens it. I don't need to know that there's a king that has a better or worse ability, or that it is just Pochita. I don't need to know.
that's just on the devil side of it. Don't get me started on the devil hunters and the public safety. Like, bro, we're literally just thrown into a world of devil hunters with no introduction.
There is quite the introduction. We are the devil hunters. We make contracts with devils.
We hunt devils.
We exchange things for uses of their powers.
Yeah, sometimes I gave up my eye and now I can use it in some of his power.
We have funding. We are recognized by the government.
There's different divisions of us that do different things. There's a public sector. There's a sector where you can just sit down in an office.
There are certain classifications because when Aki was just like, I'm not going on the gun devil run, he just like, and then Maki's just like, all right, cool, you got to leave because this is just classified for people going on the mission.
Mm-hmm. There's even more ranking because he said that I got to start killing some strong devils because only those people will be able to go on that mission.
For what Triggered is talking about, he would love DB Dama.
But you said Fairy Tail was bad because they introduced a land of magic since you say Harry Potter.
Crazy! It's just whatever it is, whatever argument is convenient here and now.
Yeah, I don't think he has convictions.
He just doesn't. It's just whatever is convenient for this argument right here, right? He contradicted himself in this video.
Chainsaw Man literally starts off with Denji's broke ass monologuing, saying, oh, I had to sell my kidney for about 1.2 mil, had to sell one of my balls for 100K, an eyeball for 300K, and you know what's fucked up? Is that the average shallow reader will read that bullshit and be like, oh my god, Denji is so different from the rest of the main characters and show.
It's back to the people are saying.
People would say, do you have any evidence? You have any evidence about them saying it, or What are they saying? Because I wasn't just like, oh, this is different. Because you could just be like, oh, this is the same as something else, and I still like it. Different, I like it. Same, I like it. Different, I don't like it. The same, I don't like it. It doesn't matter what a bunch of people say. Talk about what's going on.
This is awful.
This is awful.
And Jump, he had to sell one of his balls. Oh my god, this is already peak fiction. And what I have to say to that is, bro, go outside and touch some grass.
Do you have anybody saying that?
Did he? The Rights of Laughter.
Because if that's...
Yep.
You know
hey, my argument is touch grass.
Mm-hmm. Got him.
This guy sucks.
I don't care about how different dingy. Yeah. I opened it, I'm just like, well, that sucks. What's his situation?
It's to explain how bad off he is so we can see him get all of the stuff he wants and needs. Learning about the MC is slightly more important than what the hell is in the story.
And what I have to say to that is, bro, go outside and touch some grass. Because if that's the shit that got you saying peak fiction, then I feel
show me somebody from page 1 going peak fiction. Or is he's fighting ghosts. They don't exist.
Says, touch grass. Argument nullified. Mind crushed.
Moving on. You lose. I'm so sick of this in particular. People are saying, and then it's just this outlandish thing.
For the future of anime. Like, today's anime already fucking sucks, but y'all not making it any better with this mindset. But we're just thrown into a world of devil hunters without no introduction or explanation. It's just
we do get an explanation of what they do and why they do the things they do and all of that stuff.
Just devil hunters going around killing demons for money and shit, because I guess that's the best way to collect money in that world. They also have a public...
No, they're just some of the people that have the job that can do that.
Safety, which is a devil hunter's headquarters, which they don't really tell us anything about them motherfuckers as well. The only thing we know about them is that they're like the police station where they just go around saving people from devils and shit. But there's obviously
what more do you need to know about them? Yeah. What is a question that you have?
How they formed?
You can go, the Demon Slayer Corps, why aren't they recognized by the government? That is a question that you can have. What is a question that you have, Triggered, where you just go, we don't know about them? What do we need to know that we don't know?
Shit going on inside of there. Like, they tell us that they have devils locked up in the underground where they capture them, but they never tell us the procedures in them trying to keep the devils locked up. Because, you know, devils never tried to break out of their jail cells before, right?
Says. Like the Demon Slayers and the future seeing boss.
Legitimately. But hey, they're locked up.
They must have the ability to do so if they're doing so.
They are locked up and therefore they are not escaping and therefore they are doing the thing. This demon devil is placated enough that he lets somebody walk in and just make a deal with them. They do get things in return. So they could escape, and it's like, so Future Devil, because I was curious about, because I went, this scene, they were just like, hey, somebody gave up half their life, blah, blah, blah. I was like, do we see those two people that they did? We do not. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, okay, what happened to the Future Devil? Because I'm like, yeah, I'm sure he doesn't play into this. He just gets captured again. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, okay, so he escaped.
He don't care. He kind of don't care, I guess.
And then he it's what questions do you have? Don't just say, what is this?
They're just very content in being there. You know, considering that
they are content in the fact that they get something in return for minorly helping people out.
Yeah.
And they want to fuck shit up, but you know, it doesn't matter because Chainsaw Man doesn't tell us any of these things. They just tell us what's going on and they just keep it fucking going. Like in Jujutsu Kaisen, they tell us the procedures of them locking up curses and keeping them away. But hell, why the fuck am I bringing up Jujutsu Kaisen in the Chainsaw Man video?
Because when you've already said that you weren't going to, this isn't the point of the video, and yet here you are.
To MyAnimeLists and most anime
who cares about MyAnimeLists people rating thing?
Oh man, it is minorly above Jujutsu Kaisen.
0.16 of a rating.
They all have different personalities. They're not all blood hungry.
Love One
Fans
Piece
out there.
Forever says, why do you guys not want money?
Because we don't need it.
Chainsaw Man is
Basically.
way better than Jujutsu Kaisen, even though Jujutsu Kaisen is a more in-depth story and an in-depth version of
Hey, different people like different things.
Yes.
Triggered. It's not hard.
Don't just look at this rating and this forum from, I think this is Game Facts. But don't just look at that. Look at what the people are saying and how they're saying it and what they value. And do you think that this person properly explained why Jujutsu Kaisen is better than Chainsaw Man, or reverse? Don't just look at this poll and just go, these are the people.
fucking Chainsaw Man, but that's neither here or there. That's blast.
Oh, speaking of money, somebody remind me. No, I don't need a reminder. I'll remind myself. I gotta get debt to commission something.
MyAnimeLists is trash. It's overrated. Yeah, it is. It is a good aggregate site for just like what do the people think. But just going look, it's like that really does nothing. He's contradicting himself, of course, because he's triggered.
Okay.
That's for me in the world of Chainsaw Man fans. But let me move on.
Hey, we kind of didn't need to read Chainsaw Man.
They kind of really didn't need to.
On to another.
It's funny because he keeps using. He called out Just Stop for using MyAnimeList, but he keeps using it. You're gonna make an alarm that says Dirks BG. No, I'm gonna make a nice note for myself, explaining exactly what I want to do.
It's not funny. You're making fun of my own-ness.
Topic and address something else. Now, the fights in Chainsaw Man, for the most part, are pretty predictable and repetitive as fuck.
Predictable.
I'm sorry.
And repetitive.
How could you see what was gonna happen in that 8th floor trapped ink fight?
Repetitive. The bat demon is flying in the air. The sword demon is a grounded fight against essentially a person that is just like you, but a lot faster.
The Chainsaw Man is gonna use his chainsaw. Is that the repetition?
Oh, let's hear this repetition, because we gotta talk about Demon Slayer. If he's gonna just go fight demon loses.
Fuck. Almost every fight is Denji getting his ass kicked, Denji drinking some blood, getting a power boost, and Denji kicking the devil's ass.
Denji never gets a power boost from the drinking of the blood. It just regenerates him.
Yes.
It's either that or Makima coming out of nowhere and doing some crazy shit. Now,
He's done that twice.
I'm not going to say all Chainsaw
And
Man
that was
fights are
not
like
the
that,
fight. Makima did not fight against Rise. Makima did not fight against the sword dude.
but most of the fights are like that. Now, one fight I can think of that doesn't follow that formula is the Rise versus Denji fight.
Didn't he drink some blood? Didn't the shark give him blood?
Yes.
Then what's the difference?
And that's because Denji wasn't necessarily trying to kill Rise. He was trying to do the whole talk no jutsu thing, you know, the whole Naruto thing where he's not trying to kill the enemy because he's trying to talk some sense into them. Denji was more so trying to let Rise see his perspective on things.
But wasn't that also against Aki when he was possessed by the
gun devil? Yep.
It was a fight where it showed the human
Racketeer
side.
says, it's predictable because Chainsaw Man wins in Chainsaw Man.
Beam, that's his name. Why do they all have weird names?
Of both Denji and Rize's characters, which is why I think the Rize Bomb Girl arc is the best arc in Chainsaw Man, because ultimately it leads to Rize wanting to see Denji again because she actually respects him to some degree. And I mean, unfortunately, it led to Makima knocking her ass the fuck off. But other than that, it showed the character development side of Denji and Rize's character. There's some other.
It showed the character development side of Rize and Denji's character.
perfectionist. But what about the sword fight where he tricked the sword dude by just going, I only have my chainsaw head, and he went for the head and he split him in half with a leg. He recognized, he outthought him. There was no power up.
fights in the series that's similar to that, but for the most part, almost every fight in Chainsaw Man is pretty much the same shit.
There are other fights that like that, but for the most part, pretty much all the other fights are pretty much like that. That's a lot of qualifiers there. That is...
Alright, man.
There are 10 fights. Cut them in half again, cut them in half again, double it, triple it, cut it in half again. What do you got? It's like,
almost all.
He gets a power boost from drinking blood because he got his ass kicked so much.
Show it. Show, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Show the power boost from drinking blood.
Also.
Show all the times that this happened.
The devil's ass. Like, the worst example of this is the Gun Devil Aki fight versus Denji fight.
No, he was not resolved to kill him.
Yeah. And then a bunch of people came up to him, gave him blood, like, please save us. And he went, he's gonna kill these people. I have to kill him.
The only way to save these people is to kill him.
And I love the framing of Aki thinking it's a snowball fight. It's fantastic.
He literally says this later. That's why he wanted to stop thinking, because he's like, there could have been a better way, but I just meathead and killed him.
Like, bro, they hyped up the Gun Devil so much only for him to get one-shotted by Denji.
This is a Gun Devil fiend. This is not the Gun Devil.
No. She already said the Gun Devil, blah, 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 other places. This isn't just the Gun Devil.
Literally, like 5 chapters before this, we saw him killing hundreds of people. Long lists of names just dead. Because it's just, in seconds, it's just like all the men in this area dead. Headshot. Then everybody born through April through January, dead. We saw this. This is just the fiend. And we see that fiends are not as strong as the devils themselves.
Like the Gun Devil version.
What is the cop gameplay in the background? It's because he's lazy.
Yeah, and he keeps looping the same footage.
Also, keep in mind,
was kicking the shit out of Denji's ass. And next thing you know, here comes a swarm of people surrounding Denji, offering him blood and shit. Talking about some, hey, you're our only hope, Chainsaw Man.
He just literally did not understand it.
No.
So he thinks that he just got a power boost and went 3 times as strong, as opposed to, I now see what I'm fighting for.
Yeah.
He just doesn't understand because A, he's stupid.
Never forget A1 rule, B2 A1.
And B, he had in his mind, this is what's happening, and any evidence contrary, he does not pay attention to.
Because
going back to A, him being stupid. And we can throw in C that he's stubborn.
Yes. Oh, for sure, stubborn. Which may stem from A.
Which, it's kind of a circle. It all leads back to each other.
Please save us. We want to live.
Please, I don't want to be killed. My daughter was shot in the head and I'm so scared. What are you doing?
Yeah, why are you mocking people trying to prop up their savior to save them? Like,
there's a child here. Oh, the youth.
Like, bro, what the fuck is this corny ass Superman shit? Like, this shit is not realistic at all.
We just saw people praising the Chainsaw Man on TV.
It's not realistic.
Why does it need to be realistic?
They see that he's a good guy, and the only way to help him is to give him blood.
Says, you want to wait? That is so GAY.
Okay.
But they see that this is the only way that they... Why is Thanos there? What is that? But the only way for him to survive is to give them blood. Why would they not?
Oh, like if you used to see 2 serial killers fighting each other and one of the serial killers was to get the...
They already know or believe that Chainsaw Man is a good guy. They already know this, Triggered.
They know this, Triggered. there is one serial killer killing everybody and then one trying to stop them. I would go for the one trying to stop them.
They ass kids, are you gonna walk up to that serial killer and be like, hey, Mr. Serial Killer, take this new weapon right here, because the other day I saw you fighting another serial killer and you protected me and my son.
Has Chainsaw Man done anything wrong?
Yes, he threw a car with a guy inside of it.
But you can just see that as collateral damage.
Yes.
Outwardly bad, like
I'm gonna
hunt
down a person.
No, you're not gonna do that shit. Like, that shit is not realistic at all. And the fact that these motherfuckers...
Why are you trying to equate this to serial killers in a series about devils? And good and bad devils?
It's so weird to put these from left to right.
Yes.
And you have to read from right to left.
Yes.
He's so stupid. This is the most jarring thing ever.
Fuckers are just so casual about walking up to a dude with a fucking chainsaw coming out of his forehead. It's so fucking bullshit.
He's already been on TV. I'm not gonna play this anymore.
Nah, it's bullshit.
Like, there's niggas out there that are scared of bugs, and you're telling me these motherfuckers are just cool with walking up to a nigga with a chainsaw?
Hey, devils are a known entity in this series. They go, hey, there's a devil fight on the train. Please leave.
Out his forehead and just willingly offering him blood, like, yeah, hey, you're my nigga, you need some blood? Hey, take this shit. I got a whole pint size, Kool-Aid size in this bitch. Fuck you talking about? Like, no, that shit doesn't make any sense. But after this,
it does if you read the wiki.
All the blood in the fucking world, he gets up and proceeds to one-shot the gun devil, and that's the end of the fight. Nothing else. And it's like, bro, I already thought this manga was average as hell, but after this fight.
The gun devil stopped fighting when he saw Denji was crying.
Yes.
That was Aki stopping himself, and which gave Denji an opportunity to kill him.
Yes.
These are the things that happened, should you read.
And Denji disappears, and it's a metaphor for Aki's life being snuffed out, because then he sees his brother, who is in fact already dead, and that's him in the afterlife. Read the manga. Which community post? I'm not going back. Link it here. Like, I'm not going back in 13,000 community posts. He puts up polls every other day. I ain't got time for that.
Just shot straight down to the fucking ground, like, holy shit. And don't get me started with the whole fucking Denji going to Makima's house and saying, hey, you know that favor I told you I'll give you if you defeat the gun devil? Hey, what wish do you want? And Denji's simp ass, after going through all this shit, saying, you know what? I want to become one of your dogs because I don't want to have to
does not understand.
Even though this motherfucker has been thinking logically throughout the whole fucking series.
And what did that bring him? Pain. He's hurt, and he no longer wants to be hurt. He no longer wants to feel that. He just wants somebody else to do that for him.
To take away his accountability.
It's not that hard of a concept to grasp. Did we go back 3 minutes? No. We've got another 3 minutes, though.
Why would you have a problem?
Can I say, I love the glasses and the ponytail. She looks so good. And it's just like super genius stretch. Their smart outfit is just put on glasses. They are so in Beavis and Butthead coated. It is crazy. They are just two idiots.
This motherfucker has been thinking logically throughout the whole fucking series. Why would you have a problem now? But I guess since pussy's in front of you, you just said, nah, fuck all logic. I just want to be near this bitch.
No, then he would have just said, let's have sex.
Yes.
He goes, you're smart. I'm not. So you make the decisions and I'll follow them.
You know the best things to do. I do not, clearly, because I killed my best friend. If you were there and you had told me what to do, that may not have happened.
525 says, ODA is simping over a 2D
What
drawing.
did I say?
This is batshit crazy,
What's up?
and she treats motherfuckers like shit for no reason, and she shouldn't treat no one like that, but still, you proceed to simp over this hoe. But fuck it, just whatever the fuck, right? But then we get introduced to one of the worst villain reveals in anime history. This bitch Makima says, "Oh yeah, Denji, I've been fucking with you this whole time. I introduced you to Power and Aki so I could kill them off and make you feel miserable. I'm a Chainsaw Man fangirl." And it's like, bitch, if you don't get the fuck out of this manga, you have been nothing but a problem and not a good problem. And then we get to the Denji.
So there is no criticism. It's just get the out the manga with a silly voice. That is his criticism. Now, it doesn't make sense for all the things that she had done. This, that. There's a lot of things that you, I guess, could criticize. It makes logical sense to me that you would build him up to make him care about things and then bring him down. Because if you had just taken them away, he doesn't care. But you need to make him care about those people. Then you take it away. Then he's at his lowest point. Then you can have him really do whatever.
Versus Makima fight.
Rash plays,
Bro,
yep.
You know throughout the whole series of Chainsaw Man where Makima just pops up out of nowhere and does some crazy OP shit?
The one on the right is not fair to say because that's near the end of the series. This is not popping up and doing crazy things. We understand her abilities and how and why she's doing those crazy things.
And she literally gets a weapon from Angel that's just like 1,000 years.
And on the left, absolutely, that is one of the two things that she does before this time, where it's just like, yep, this is some crazy stuff.
Why did they choose now to make this bitch dumb as fuck? Like, bro, they had Denji's dumb ass sneak up on her.
No, you did not
understand. Stupid alarm. Wee woo.
She does not see people. She only recognizes their scent because they're beneath her. She never saw Denji, quote unquote, smelled him, so quote unquote saw him. She only saw Chainsaw Man.
So when he comes up as Denji,
no scent of Chainsaw Man because she ripped it out of him.
She does not recognize it. They say this quite clearly with no ambiguity.
It's literally read what's on the page. There's nothing else, no further research, no interpretation. He literally said it was a gamble that she never saw me, Denji.
And then that also speaks to him just going, I harbored all these feelings, and even to this day, she felt nothing for
Hope
me.
is not Crash says. This stupid motherfucker didn't even read the wiki right.
He ain't even read the wiki. He ain't read this twice.
No way.
With a fucking chainsaw. Yes, listen to me clearly. Denji snuck up on Makima, the most OP bitch in this series, with a fucking chainsaw. Do you know how fucking loud a chainsaw is? Like, you're telling me that this OP bitch couldn't hear a chainsaw coming from behind her?
But she did, and she turned her head.
Yes, the second he started it up. You can see it whirring.
Go back to the page before. There she is going, when the noise is heard.
Yes.
That is her hearing it. So she did hear it. So what are you talking about?
Like, bro, she saw her reflection on the fucking chainsaw. That's how much time she had to move the fuck out of the way, but she just stood there.
Did she see her reflection or did she turn around and see something? Was it enough time to recognize what was happening?
Because that panel, surprisingly, is not moving. So it would be in motion. He wouldn't just be standing there with it.
By the time she fully turns around, he slices her. Because she's still side by side with him, perspective-wise. But when she actually gets the slash, she's facing front of him. Side by side, front. She wasn't, by the time she fully turns around, she is slashed.
move the fuck out of the way, but she just stood there. And I already know the Chainsaw Man fans are gonna say, oh, Denji already stated that Makima can only recognize people through the smell.
Yeah.
Well, let me correct you on that. What Denji said was an assumption. He said he took...
Yes, and it was correct if it happened!
And it was correct. He had no other options, so he went all or nothing.
And it worked.
What else? What other possible thing could he possibly do? He went, this person clearly does not care about people as they are. She cares about sense and what they can do for her. This is it. There's no question here. He gambled and he won.
A gamble, which means that he wasn't 100% sure that she could only recognize people through her smell.
Yep, and if he was wrong, he'd be dead and she would win. But she was right. He was right. He made an assumption, he gambled on it, it paid off. So, what he said was correct. What's the issue?
And you go, he's logical throughout the rest of the series. Here he is being logical. It's what you wanted.
Recognizing at the end of the series, hey, she's never really seen me.
Which means that there's still a possibility that she can still recognize people by seeing and hearing them.
But she didn't, so clearly his hypothesis was correct. Triggered, how is it this hard? Oh, I forgot. A1.
Mm-hmm.
So get the fuck out of here with that shit. But Denji sneaks up on Makima with a Home Depot chainsaw and slashes her in half. From that point on, Denji cuts her up into pieces and puts her in a Ziploc bag, takes her back to the crib, and eats her. And boom, bada bam, that's the end of Chainsaw Man. Oh yeah, by the way, Denji still likes Makima. Yes, he says that even after all that shit she's put him through, he still likes her. And you know what makes this weird? Is because in the last chapter, Makima is reincarnated into a little kid. And guess who has to take care of her? Fucking Denji. So I'm already getting R. Kelly vibes from
Unbelievable.
Chainsaw Man.
He doesn't
But
understand.
overall, that's my review of Chainsaw Man. If I have to give it a score, I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, I'm about to go off for a second.
Oh, he's big dumb.
Yeah. So here's the thing. People too often conflate a number system with a grading system. In a grading system, a 7 out of 10 is a CC+. But you cannot use them in the same way
doesn't make sense.
In terms of reviewing a thing. It either has to be a grading system or a numbering system. The reason for this is that there's no such thing as pass-fail in terms of reviewing a thing. The reason we have this for school is because below a certain amount is a failing grade. So it doesn't matter if you get a 0 through 59, you have failed. A 5.9 is not a failure of a television show because there's no such thing as a failing TV show. It can only be good, bad. So when you put C plus 7 out of 10, you're an idiot. What you need to do is either go C plus, which is fine, or you can go 7 out of 10, which is not what it would be, because that's good. You would need to make it like 5.5. That would be equivalent to a C plus, because a C is average. The average of a passing grade is a C. The average of a numbering system out of 10 is 5. Do you understand? There is no failing with a review of media.
Chainsaw Man sucks. It's a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10? Crazy!
It sucks. C plus.
Yeah, you gotta use one of them. Either use it in a way that's correct. So the C plus grade, it would be 5.5 out of 10, or if you want to do a grade, C plus. That's the way it would do it.
Now I do believe Chainsaw Man would be a better.
And based upon him going, there are 3 good characters. Is that worth a 7?
4.
Because what good did he say? Oh, the action was no. He said it was
repetitive.
Oh, the Risei arc.
Yep.
Better anime than it is a manga because there's a lot of things in the manga that would translate better in the anime, like the fights and the aesthetics.
Hey,
the aesthetics.
It looks
like
pretty.
The fights. Couldn't just be like, hey, look at this panel. What's going on here?
Says, even Young Defiant had better criticisms of Chainsaw Man.
Crazy bars.
Other than that, Chainsaw Man is just average. Like, it's okay. Like, it's definitely nothing to write home about.
But that's not the title.
Is that why you wrote home in YouTube?
Fans out there that's overhyping it, especially MyAnimeLists. Let me tell you right now, you're not doing this series any justice by doing that. Chainsaw
you could say that
is
it is a
version
disjustice
of Jujutsu Kaisen, and the fact that there's people out there that actually believe that Chainsaw Man is better is actually blasphemy.
Can I say?
But
go back. I love the title, Chainsaw Man.
Yeah,
I think that's very, very good. It's one of the best I've seen.
There you go.
All in all, that's pretty much all I have to say. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe. I very much appreciate it. If you guys would like to discuss some things,
Trig sure do be trigging.
Discord, I'll gladly respond to you.
Oh, Discord, what?
It's your boy Triggered Senapi, and I'm out, man. Peace.
Trig sure do be trigging.
I just want to see what he. I just want to see what he gave this. Aisukano yume wa kakiatsume sagashimono sagashimi no sa. One Piece. Maybe I need to type out here. Yeah, no.
Maybe score.
That's 0 to 100. Predictable.
Predictable.
All right, let's try
J underscore is gay, aka Beak Sleeper, says he needs to stop looking at a series for its hype and popularity and instead looking at a series for its quality.
He can't because he needs to talk about it based off of that.
That's how he criticizes things. Because he's too stupid to realize that that's just not the way to do it. You shouldn't care what other people think like that.
Okay.
It is a way to it is worth talking about, but when 80% of your points are these muffs is doing this, maybe skim towards the end. To see
that's what I was doing, but now no rating. Okay, yeah, that's crazy. I just want to know if he gave it higher than Chainsaw Man.
Skim the timeline towards the end to see if there's a big like C or D.
I saw Superman.
Narp.
Yeah. Okay, I give up.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man is definitely better than Jujutsu Kaisen. I felt a lot more positive. Like my thing with Jujutsu Kaisen was just always I never really felt anything. If Chainsaw Man was given the time that Jujutsu Kaisen was given in a lot of things that it did, I would like it a lot more. But like I said, my thing is just like too fast.
Yep.
Go, go, go.
All right, we are out of here.
Hang on, let me do 1 or 2 more real quick. Like,
okay. You really couldn't wait for this.
Literally did not see Power's reaction to Aki's death. The first Devil Hunter mentioned and nothing really done with it. No point in mentioning it in that case. Because it was just like, hey,
I did like old girl though.
I did like her, but I would have liked more. What's the deal with the fiends? Why does she have them around? Why is she just like kill me, cut off my arms and legs, just don't kill them? I would like to know more about their relationship.
Oh yes, we did see Kaka TV's destroying Triggered's thing. He even mentioned us when he was going through some other stuff.
Somebody else mentioned us, and
he was rating it. Yes,
the Himeno thing. This is the whole because it was the ghost starts to reach out his hand and then he flashes back to Himeno going, oh, you're 17, give me that cigarette back, I'll give it back to you later, and then opens up the hands and gives the cigarette back. It was just like, you're gonna introduce this thing right as the payoff. Just that thing of just like, Bam!
Yeah, that was crazy.
Those things like that. I have a list of things, but we're gonna worry about that the next time. Looking for Chainsaw Man videos are gonna. I don't think I'm going to because
it's gonna be mostly positive. There's gonna be a handful of dookie poo poos,
but again, even the positive things, I'm just like I'm not entirely positive about it because I did see a couple videos that like Chainsaw Man has perfect pacing. I'm like,
no, it doesn't. It's way too fast.
Not. But do I feel strongly enough to like put it on a? I'll look after a while.
It'd have to be egregious. BG, Superman trailer, good or bad? Good. I did not. The main thing I didn't like was the framing of the sun and a lot of shots. It feels very heavy-handed, but other than that, there's nothing really negative I have to speak about. It's a lot of stuff happening, but it says nothing, and I'm fine with that for a teaser. I think the first trailer is really going to showcase what we can expect out of this movie and whether they will be able to juggle all these characters, but I feel like a lot of these characters are going to be ancillary to Superman, Clark, and Lois and their struggles, things like Mr. Terrific and all of that stuff.
Yeah, easy Hall of Fame.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Easy.
He's terrible. Easy. Chainsaw Man because reasons. Maybe when part 2 ends.
Maybe.
But we're so backlogged on because reasons. Like, it'll be a while before we get to it.
Plus, I was just like, let's see if I do read Chainsaw Man. I was like, does Konbini live or die? And I had to look that up. She's alive, but she don't do nothing.
I think that's fine like, for now.
No, get her out. Get it in there. Okay. Because I don't know where it could possibly go because you got those two dead. I don't like anything as much as I liked the dynamic of Power and Denji.
Oh yeah, no, you're never gonna match that.
So
they were perfect siblings.
And then you go one rung down. No, it's Power by herself, and then Power and Denji, and then Konbini, and
you all you got is Denji.
So now I'm just like I've got nothing that I love in Chainsaw Man.
But you might love some of the newer stuff they introduced.
I might,
but it'll be a while before.
But
go ahead.
It's still getting there.
What do you think about the Guy Gardner outfit for Superman? It's fine. It's clearly part of the team outfit, so they just accentuated the overly white with green accentuating it, as opposed to a heavily green outfit. So I feel like it's going to be a lot of characters that are part of that team, which is looking like not Stag Industries. It's the other one. It's not Star Labs. It's something else. I forget right now. Trask maybe, or is that X-Men? Either way. Yeah, it's going to be whoever's in that team is probably going to be very white outfits, and then you get that little bit of whatever they come from. Part 2's pacing is a lot better than part 1. Okay. Yep. Don't tell us spoilers for this. We're gonna eventually read it. What are y'all doing? All right, we're out of here, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your holidays. Merry holla, whatever. Enjoy, happies, Hana, Kwanzaa, Christmas. Yeah.
Stop coming to these.
Stop coming to these.
What? We got DSP.
Yeah, DSP. We've gotten a lot of clips for our DSP stuff, so keep submitting them. Submit them in the Discord. Submit them in a comment section somewhere or in our community tab or wherever.
Probably also when we start it up, just like open up a Q&A and just like throw in videos here as well.
Oh yeah, that works. Yep. Yep. All right.
We also need to go back to the what is good writing as well.
We also need to go back to Hero Zoo at some point.
That's a whole nother thing.
We have a lot of stuff we got to go back to at some point.
Really, just those two things.
We got the
anime wins off the table.
Did we finish that? Oh no, I tapped out with like 4 minutes left.
Forever.
Yep. All right. Yep. We got our because reasons coming for Harry Potter. We're not gonna say like January. That's not gonna happen. Maybe February, maybe March. Other than that, we're in out of here. Yeah. Thanks again for everybody that donated 45 new memberships.
Crazy.
Oh no.
Okay, no, this isn't. I was about to say. I thought that was. Because Victor Gay Man said 206 of Demon Slayer versus Goddamn. I thought that was when Bossoon realizes, oh, so
why would you get him started on things?
I thought that it was that, but it wasn't that. But that chapter, whoo, is good. Where he just goes, and I go, oh, woo.
DA, write that Mufasa script.
But yes, why would it be, hey, a manga that you hate this chapter versus your favorite manga this chapter? I wonder what I'm gonna choose.
45 memberships and I couldn't get one.
Try harder.
Yeah, that's just
and
poor
being
luck.
random, I guess.
Yep. All right. Yeah.
Maybe maybe it doesn't prioritize the mods.
Maybe.
I think
Corey got one.
Turk got one. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's not possible.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you just were unlucky. People that have seen one of our streams have
Pro wasn't here.
Yeah, no. Pro hasn't been in a stream for like 6 months.
Presumably. Talking at least.
Yeah. Crazy.
Hey, a lot of new emotes though, and I think YouTube is. They used to be once you get them and then they lapse, you lose those slots. But I think you keep the slots.
Yeah, it's looking like that a lot.
And if that's the case, that makes things a whole lot easier for your boy.
Yeah, that would be great. All right.
Don't enjoy your Christmas. Don't put your happiness on us.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you what to do. If you want to goon on Christmas, you goon.
Hey, but that's enjoying your Christmas, isn't it?
Nah, I think gooning on Christmas would be pretty sad.
You don't know. Some people, that's just the way they want to celebrate the holidays.
Why Christmas in particular?
Hey, maybe green and red gets them off.
Maybe it's just like, ain't nobody gonna bother me. No.
Or maybe that little jingle that happens. Nobody's calling.
Better goon.
Oh, yep.
Oh, that's sad. Nobody's calling me on Christmas. Better goon. That's crazy.
Dang, my phone's so dry. I got nothing else but gooning.
Be fully charged my phone because it's gonna be ringing off the hook.
Oh, dang, did I turn it off by accident? Did it run out of battery? Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's 5:00 p.m. Nothing? Not even a Twitter mention? Zip.
Hello, my old friend. Squirt, squirt.
Cocoa butter, Palmer's.
You know the rest. And speaking of rest, enjoy the rest of your holidays.
Don't.
Goodbye.
We're back.
Yep. So excellent connection. We are back.
Turd, if you're still here, we can put the stand tier list on the list. That seems fun.
Yeah. And we got all our brothers here now, so
Yeah.
we have the option to do that.
But then we would have to figure out, like, what are we talking about? Destructive capabilities, how much we like them, their impact.
We can
in the
have
story.
criteria. We can make like 4 or 5 criteria and then number them or grade them, and then all together that would be the.
That definitely seems fun, though. We can absolutely do that.
Yep. And we also need to do the there was one of our old tier lists, but they're here now, so we can do it with them.
Fast food or something.
Yep.
Like that. I'm sure they would like to get in on that.
All right. Yep. Now we're going.